人が欲しい人が欲しいと叫ぶ呪いの首は怒らないで見捨てないでどこも行かないで強く締める奥まで締める人がいないいないといい成績でしょねえねえいい子でしょ可愛い子でしょねえねえいい子でしょ苦しいねえ愛して愛して愛してもっともっと愛して愛して苦しいほどに苦しい苦しい呪縛を解いて解いてね止められないよ欲しくなる足りなくなる人が足りないクラスの誰にも負けない綺麗ない子でしょあの子よりもこの子よりも誰も彼も私を見てよあなたに告白を嘘みたいでしょあなたが好きなの汚いあなたが愛して愛して愛して全部あげるあなたに全部背負ってもらうよ足りないあなたが足りない離さないよごめんなさい愛して愛して愛してもっともっと愛して愛して苦しいほどに苦しい離せない苦しいもっともっとね幸せなの幸せなのてめえ勇者として背を受けて引き抜いた力を織り込んでたぜ방글리고 다른 별 오늘은 할로윈 호박등 불 켜지는 축제가 시작해서 모여드는 마녀들과 모습들의 행진 검은 고양이도 신나서 춤 흥미군 고스톱 멜름 Aerychii 늑대용 프랭키스 스콜 해고 yeah 흔들흔들 춤추스 맞춰 브링 빠라바보 Trick or treat 축제의 행진 뺏기야 행거 Trick or trick trick or trick 행들 boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see this our town of Halloween. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, everybody make a scene. Trick or treat, till the neighbors gonna die of fright. It's our town, everybody scream. In this town of Halloween,
I am the one hiding under your bed, teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red.
I am the one hiding under your stairs, fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair.
this is Halloween, this is Halloween, Halloween.
Hello. Mic, check, mic check. Turn the music off. Turn the music off. Whoa, hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. Let's go to main game. Let's go to main game. Let's go to main game. Okay. Let me open the game up. Let me go here. Open this. Yo, chillax. Man. Man. Aw, shit. I should have done this before. Can... Oh, yeah. Extract all. Let's go here. Let's just extract to desktop. Shall we? Let's go ahead and get this done. Oh my god. 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 Yeah. I think we're good. Okay. Yes, we're good. We are fine. Alrighty. Let's go ahead. Go here. Yeah, I should be able to hear it. And then now I gotta go. Okay. We're just gonna play some indie horror games and it should be fine for right now. Okay. Anywho, let me open up my chat. Chat is open. Go right here. Okay, put my headsets on. Okay. We're ready. Okay. Hey. 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 Get it. 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 Hey. 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 Okay, wait, is this the background music? Okay, WSD movement mouse, look, okay. Shift to sprint. I'm glad I found this trailer park. At least I have a place to sleep, and in the morning I'll get on the next bus, which will take me directly to my girlfriend's place. Nice! We're gonna go see our girlfriend! And hi, Sabra, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, we're gonna go... Okay, let me actually do this. Because, I feel like important information is going to be on that side, so we'll keep it like this. Okay. Making sure everything is okay. Okay. So I'm gonna assume this is my trailer. Traveling to my girlfriend's takes hours with the car. It's her anniversary, so I'm going to see her even though my car is broken, but I wonder why we're still together. Oh, okay. Damn. Whose clothes are these? Yo, somebody get your clothes out my yard. Oh, this is a nice little place. Nice little place. Okay. I respect that. Oh, this place looks awesome. Nice bathroom and everything. Okay, nice little shower. Nice toilet. Nice. Okay, what am I to do? Am I gonna... turn the AC on? The first thing whenever I get to any place, I turn the fucking AC on max, bro. Okay, I guess I'm going back outside. I mean... I didn't get any information on what to do. I'm getting hungry. There's a frozen pizza in my backpack. I'll put it in the oven. Okay. The game is... okay. Okay. Ooh, salami pizza. You can just get pepperoni. Nice. Nice. What the fuck, bro? What? You can't be coming to my shit like that, bro. You can't be doing that. You got no manners. Your mama ain't got give you no house training growing up. Because you know damn well you cannot be walking up on people like that. I'm telling you, if I was strapped up right now... never mind. It is what it is. Hey, fuck around, find out. One day you'll learn. You're gonna mess with the right one. That's for damn sure. Joe. Mike. Come play oh, you're not Mike. He's not here anymore? I don't know. Hey, no, the person you're looking for is no longer here. I'm staying here tonight. Okay. Sorry for bothering you. There was such a great guy in this cabin the last couple of nights. Oh, I see. No problem. Have a good evening. You too. I'm on the other side in the middle if you need anything. My brother is the one who rents these trailers. Okay. Joe's brother owns the place. If you urgently need something, you can visit him. Oh, nice. Wonderful. Lovely. Well, thank you. When can I get my pizza out, man? It's looking kind of burnt. I need to use the toilet? Oh, okay. I gotta go potty, man. No coming in. Oh yeah, I forgot my dude, so I can stand while peeing. Refreshing. Ah, lovely. Oh, it flushes on its own? Oh, okay, can I wash my hands? Oh, I'll pretend I'm washing my hands. Shh. Okay, and we gotta dry them. Oh, sure, whatever. Get my pizza before this hoe burns! Delicious. Watch TV while eating? Perfect. Oh, okay. Hey, get it. Oh, this music's kind of jamming though. Get it. Nice. I should turn off the TV and go to sleep. It's not home, but I'm going to have a good time sleeping here because it's really nice here. Oh, of course. Me. What? Oh, okay. Well, that was weird. Oh, that's really weird. Dude, what the fuck is that noise? What the... Yo, fuck is you doing outside my window, man? I'm gonna go outside and knock you upside your damn head. Also, who doesn't close the curtains when... Who doesn't close the curtains when they're sleeping? I don't feel safe. I should tell Joe about this. Okay. Yeah, let's go tell Joe. Joe's in the middle trailer on the other side. Oh. What's that walking? Middle trailer. So right here? I mean, the guy's friendly, man. He put a smiley face on my shit, man. He should be friendly. He's a friend. Oh my god, that's so loud. Happy. Yo, man. Why am I just walking in this guy's house? Oh. Is he dead? Who just shit in the toilet and didn't flush, brother? Oh shit. Nobody's in here, brother. Hope Joe's okay. Yeah, man, he's piss chilling. What if that is Joe? What if Joe just is like a werewolf and transforms at night, you know? That is what it is. It happens, I get it. Sometimes I just get the urge to just fucking burst out my skin and become a human. Oh, a hammer! Oh, okay, dude, just go to bed, man. Just go to bed, man. Why are we exploring like this? Buenos dias. Yes, buenos dias. Like, why are we exploring, man? We should be sleeping. There's no need to be doing all this. My ass would have been in bed, closing the curtains, and me, like, bruh. Okay. Okay, I guess we're doing this. Fuck it. Okay, what are we doing over here? Am I gonna do some parkour? Wicked. Man, your shit's nasty as hell over here. Locked. I know you bitch ass better open up this damn door. Oh, what can I? Kokot, 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 kokot. That's what it says. Kokot. Oh, I can use this to walk across. I got some fire takoyaki. Oh my god, I love takoyaki. Oh my god, you're telling me. Time to walk across this. Time to walk across. What's this? Oh, it's a nice smiley face. I love you, Terry. Aw, so cute. So cute. Ooh. Ooh, can I pick up the gun and shit? Okay, I guess not. Lovely. Well, I got the key. Yeah, this is not League. Okay, I guess we can open it up. Lovely. This is lovely. No, isn't it, friends? There are pictures of me and other people sleeping. What the fuck is going on here? I don't know, brother. It's not too bad. Aw. Oh, why do you put a sad face? Why do you put a sad face? What just happened? Help me! Okay, got it. Saved. Oh, I killed him? Oh, I got a car key. Yoink! My car now. Yoink! I took that bastard's car keys out of his pocket and went to the police. By the time they got here to investigate, Joe's gone, along with all the photos. What? The only evidence left was the smiley face he left in my trailer. The investigation is still ongoing. Oh, okay? Is that it? Wait, there's no way! That was like 10 minutes of gameplay! Wait, that was a scary game? Bro, I paid like $1 for this! I guess it was $1 worth of my time. Okay, well, that happens, I guess. Well, I guess that was the game, guys. I guess that was the game. Yes, I'm a nun, Techie. Wait, Techie, you weren't here yesterday. Watch this. Ba 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 ba. Look at this. Ta-da! Hey, hey, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Hey, hey, get it, get it. Double you? No, there's not double me, man. Okay. It just lags a bit, okay? I'm just changing outfits. Okay. I guess we go to the next game, chat. Next game it is. Next game. Next game. We gotta go to the next game. Game. Okay, let's delete that. Let me clear that out from here. Go ahead and delete that. Remove that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do the next game. Shall we? Shall we? Wait, why you low-key hit those? Sista musically gifted. What are you even talking about? What is he talking about? Okay, we can do Marginalia. Marginalia. We can do this one. Let's play this one. It's fire wallpaper. Thank you. It's me. Screen resolution. Yeah. Settings. Okay. You should be able to pick that one. And then audio. Game. Let's go ahead and do Marginalia. Who made that? Oh, it was a person I commissioned off Scab, so Japanese artist. Let me go ahead and change my game. Marginalia. Perfect. Okay, and we should be good. Right, chap? That's so fire. I've had this forever. You want the ad? Yeah, of course. Of course, of course. Uno momento, por favor. Here you go. Hello, Conrail. Boo, missing the nun heels? Nice. Hi, I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring YouTube. I was freaking setting my game up. I was setting my game up, so I was in and out of tab. I apologize. I apologize. I have so many tabs open right now. It's kind of crazy. I'm trying to figure out on why my settings capture specific window. Yeah. Why isn't it capturing? The color theory fire? Thank you. I don't know why it's not capturing, but hello, hello, Conrail. Welcome. Oh, man. Okay, there we go. Broda, I see you, techie, on YouTube. Come on, man. You're missing heels, none wear? Oh. I got my heels on. I got my heels on. They're just back there. Why do you mean you're scared? Don't be scared! There's nothing to be scared of. For I have the power of God and anime. Did you try turning it on and off again? Yeah, I did. Cool. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Let's go back. Okay. I think we're all set. You guys can hear it. Everything's good. Capiche? We're good, we're good. Okay. The next game! Well, the other one wasn't hard, like, scary at all, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Although it seems to be lagging a bit. Oh, what is that sensitivity? Oh, I can't change settings?
I haven't told the story in a very long time. You'll have to forgive me if I have trouble keeping it straight.
Wait, the sky? It sounds good. Audio good? Yeah, my sense is so high. Dead skin. Wait, they actually have some fire voice acting in this already. Wait, I'm kind of happy with this. Okay. Wait, this is pretty good. I guess we go to the tunnel? Or do I get in my car? Oh, fuck it. We'll figure it out. I can hop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Sorry about that. Sorry for hurting your ears. I can't hear myself. I have to listen to myself. Okay. Do I get in my car, brother? Yo, drive your fucking car, man. Drive your car. Okay, where am I going? I guess into the forest. Oh, this is beautiful. I guess we're going into the forest? Hello, mailman. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I guess we're going into the forest, eh, chat? Or do we go up the mountain? Bro, where the fuck am I going? Am I dumb? Well, let's just explore. Wow, it's so pretty. My sensitivity is so... Oh, wow! Pretty flowers! Mountain flowers. So nice. Stupid vehicle, better off being under heels. True. True and real. Oh, is this a cave? Oh no. Oh no. It's just weird shading. Wow. Wow, look at the moon. It's a blue moon. Wow, those are super rare. Okay, well... I mean, wait, let me look around the car to see if I'm missing any notes or anything. Wait, YouTube has zero stream... Oh, stream has 0 delay? Oh, that's crazy. That's cray-cray. But Mailman, how are you doing today? Hopefully your day's been wonderful and lovely and nice. Yeah, I'm gonna jump on top of my fucking car, bro. Frack, frack, frack. Hello? 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 Whatever. Whatever. Whatever, whatever. Are you missing any notes? Nothing? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I guess we just... Doing good. Randomly decided I need to repaint my room. Oh, that was me one day, and guess what I did? I did repaint my room. I guess we go to the woods. Fuck it. Why not? We park my car on the side of the road and just fucking walk into the woods, because why not? That seems like a good idea, chat. Definitely let any animals who are lurking in the fucking wilderness that can tear and chew me apart. What a wonderful idea. No cell service, no nothing. Lovely. Ooh. What's down there? Ooh, some lights. This music is kind of hidden, though. You know? Yeah, no, the game is beautiful. I'm already really digging this. Can you not, like, be a furry in my chat, please? Thank you. Nothing wrong with furries, you know. If you wanna do that, you know, all to you. Wow, that's a very orange lamp. That lamp is very orange. Oh, but it's so pretty.
Eric left 6 weeks before, in the dead of night. I started awake when the door closed, but I drifted back to sleep immediately. I woke up covered in dew. I looked out the window to see the sun breaking over the horizon. The automobile was gone. I showered, got dressed, and took the bus to work.
Wow, wait, I'm actually enjoying this game a lot. And nun outfit, yes, thank you. It's my Halloween outfit. It's my costume. Oh, I'm liking
I used to
this.
have the same dream over and over again. A figure stood on a faraway hilltop. It beckoned to him. I asked him if the figure always wanted him. He told me that the figure either wanted him or someone standing directly behind him. Which one is worse?
What the hell are you yapping about? I don't know. Wow, this is nice. I do remember getting this game because it looked very good. Like, just how do I put this? It had, you know, like, there are horror games, but it had more of like a very like just depressing, like eerie horror feeling to it, and I love that. I love the way those make me feel. I'm very more story driven than I am just jump
I
scares.
was sitting at my kitchen table across from an empty chair when the doorbell rang. Surprised, I dropped my coffee cup, and it shattered on the floor. I threw the door open, expecting Eric to be there. A delivery boy with a letter stood before me. I read it to myself, moving my lips to cement it in my memory. It was a short missive. Come to me. I found it. The return address read Kesselbrook. I bought the train ticket that afternoon.
Am I looking for my brother? Is that what's going on? By the way, I got a bunch more horror games as well, but I'm just playing all of them through.
I shattered the lock of Eric's desk drawer 5 days after he left. His absence had driven me to find any and every remnant of him that I could. His notebooks were there. He scribbled constantly, privately filling volume after volume. Every few months I would catch him writing and ask him about it. He would smile beautifully before changing the subject. Sometimes he would refer to his history in casual conversation, never elaborating. It was strange at first, but it became our rhythm, an untold secret. So I ignored whatever was in that desk drawer until the hammer drove it open.
Oh. Okay. Do you happen to know the basic premise of this game? No. We're raw dogging it.
I read the notebooks on the train. His handwriting traced out the contours of the page, curving with the once wet paper in a way that made it seem like he had summoned the words from the sheets themselves. It was organized like an encyclopedia, and each entry told the story of another arcane place, object, or person. There was a record of the families who had lived on a single acre of land in the north of France. There was an oral history of a Turkish city. There were 10 pages on a pitchfork that changed hands during strange moments of history. The stories refused to cohere for me, and I wondered why Eric had put it all together.
Okay. He didn't understand, man. He wasn't getting it.
One of the journals Eric left was devoted to Kesselbrook itself. The town the train delivered me to was not the first Kesselbrook, and the maps Eric had drawn in the journal showed that the name derived from a small valley a few miles away. At the turn of the last century, the Kessler family had struck out from nearby Allenburg because of religious persecution, although Eric's notes were unclear about what that meant. The family of 8 built their cabin and barn in the spring of 1815. A year later, only 5 remained, and the next winter spared only the matriarch, Eileen Kessler. A trader who passed through during the summer of 1817 was the last to report seeing her alive.
Yeah. Just like that.
No one settled in the Kesselbrook region for 50 years after the last Kessler disappeared. Erwin Pallardine's A History of the Lowland Peoples, written in 1855, has a 1-paragraph entry on Kesselbrook. It ends with the sentence, "Stories abound of howling and lights in the distance during the night, but not a single soul I spoke to claimed to have traveled into the valley during the past 25 years."
It's like we're meditating right now. Oh, Firefly! How lovely. So I'm kind of lost, but I feel like this is one of those things where you'll understand at like the end. You know what I mean? Cause... Good God, am I lost. Although I do like this music. Oh, so pretty. Yeah, I'm kinda lost. Whoa, that was loud for no fucking reason. I actually, that's the scariest thing that happened in this game. Like, is that fucking, like, dust cloud, brother. I guess the orange down there is the next part. You're never gonna get to, are we getting to a cabin? Like, what's going on? Next story, brother.
The Kessler's barn blew down sometime during the record-setting storms of 1816, but no one knows when the cabin burned. A hunter named Brian Taylor entered the clearing in the fall of 1820 to find a rotting foundation and a scorched ruin. There was no sign of Eileen Kessler. He picked through the wreckage and found nothing. No clothing, no possessions, nothing of value. There was only a clean, burned void in the middle of an empty field. Eric noted that Taylor's journal, housed in the Halloran University Library, contained a short account of his journey. The hunter wrote that he felt as if someone was peering at him from the surrounding hills, and had the urge to leave as fast as possible.
Oh, we're going to the house out here. Nah, come on. It's kind of comforting. Don't you guys think? I find this kind of comforting. Now, what is that, like, red shit over there in the corner? You see that? Ah. What the fuck is that over there? Burned down cabin. I guess that's what they're talking about. I would be scared shitless, hell nah. I guess so. I guess that's... Wait, I think we're going through... Wait, he's recounting his... Oh, I'm starting to get it. I think I'm playing as his brother. I think I die at the end of this. Like, what the fuck is that? Some hieroglyphics in the damn sky, man. Is there another house over there? Dude, why is he throwing up gang signs in the sky? What's going on? I wanna follow the story path, you know? Oh, it's the barn. It's the barn. Damn, I'm doing quite a bit of walking though. Like, this shit's so far, and I can't run either. Like, I can only just W key this hoe. If I walk backwards, there's no sound. That's kind of freaky funky. I want to go in here and look. Can I not? I can. I guess this shit is burned down. I guess it's burned down, guys. Nothing's in there. All burnt to a crisp. Okay, next part of the story. Pause. I'm ready.
The town of Kesselbrook was dead when my train pulled into the station. The porter told me that I had best find a room for the night. I explained that I wasn't there on a vacation or business, and that I needed to find my way to the real Kesselbrook. I needed to make my way to the secluded glen where I hoped to find Eric. In retrospect, I know that I should have waited through the night, but I was compelled. There was something about the moon, maybe, or the night air.
I mean, yeah, this looks like a very good place to go.
In smudged pencil, he showed me where to turn from the main road.
This looks like a very good place to go. What do you guys think?
Leave the road entirely.
Like I'm walking onto some freaking ritual land, dude.
Into the dark.
Come on, bro. You should know better. The motherfucker has to be white or something, bro. Like, dude, this is only some white people shit, bro. My ass would be out of here already. Like, as soon as I started seeing this shit, I'd be like, oh, nice little trail walk. Now I'm turning around. I see freaking rock statues and ritual looking thingers, yeah, and barren land and dead trees, yeah. In one area, I'm leaving. Bye. Motherfucker, cursed land, bro. Come on. Use your noggin. I know you can do it. Critical thinking. Huh. Let's put it together. Comprehension, reading's important. Come on.
Eric's parents died several years before he disappeared. Their home caught fire just as the sun was going down.
Ooh, red stuff over there.
He told me that the fire engines had passed him as he was walking home, and it was only when he rounded the corner that he saw the plume of smoke blotting out the newly risen moon.
Oh, that sucks. Damn, this shit's bright as hell. Can I turn it down? Interesting. Saying hello. Yeah, are they gonna explain that what that was? Bigfoot can afford RGB crystals? No, literally. What the hell? Nice addition to the place, man. I like what you've done. Oh, a little bridge. Little bridge, guys. It's a little bridge. Can I go fishing? Bro, my favorite thing to do at bridges is to go fishing, you know? I love to fish. Oh, you can't fish off this bridge. Bro. Is there even water? No, there's not even water down there. Sorry, I'm just used to seeing a bridge and being water underneath it. That's how you can tell I'm from Florida. Any bridge, there's water under it. Ooh, my eyes are twitching. Ooh. Are those lights strung up? Oh my god, that's so pretty. That's so pretty. I fucks with this.
What drove me down the path between the trees. I felt like I was haunting that place. I knew that I needed to be there. I knew that Eric needed me. It seemed to be enough. It was in his journals. His mind revolved around Kesselbrook. All the answers were there. I read the papers, but I couldn't figure out the question.
It's like I'm slowly starting to understand, I think. Just a little bit.
Eric's journal entry for the Raphaelites outlines a sect of traveling monks who began their order sometime in the latter half of the 16th century. Founder Tranquillo Balbi claimed that he had seen a figure step from a fresco of the saints and disappear into a crowd. Not long after founding this group, Balbi was killed by the Italian state. His last words are quoted in several heretical texts on art from the time period. Fire is the only truth. Fire shows us another world.
Okay. Sounds like a pirate. That sounds something a pyromaniac would say. Don't you think? Oh, over here. Definitely not a pyromaniac behavior. Lol. Oh, what the fuck? Did I just come over here? No, I've not been over here yet.
A few nights before Eric left, he told me that he felt like an anchor. He said that he felt like he was dragging me down. I didn't know what he meant, and all these years later, I still don't quite understand. I think I got close to figuring it out that night when I walked through the valley. I felt what he said. He was dragging me towards some dark center of the world. Sometimes I thought I could see him standing out there among the trees. When I tried to make out his shape, it was like I was peering over some vast abyssal shelf.
Crystals. RGB crystals, man. Some pretty light decorations.
Are you asking me if I think Kesselbrook is haunted?
No.
No, at least not in the way that you mean when you ask me that. Someone went there a long time ago and planted a seed. All seeds want to grow. I've been given to understand that the town of Kesselbrook had a hell of a time getting started. Stillbirths plagued both the settlers and their work animals. The cultivated fields would spontaneously catch fire. Packs of wild dogs roam the streets in winter. The historical record suggests that they were driven out of the hills by competing predators, but it does not speculate on what those predators could have been. I wonder who or what changed its mind and allowed these people to catch hold and prosper, like a weed on a cliff.
So hello, Hodge the Builder, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, I was just listening, but I read your message. Welcome, hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Glad to have you here. Ooh.
Eric's notebooks are full of marginalia. Notes on top of notes to explain how
He said
a
it.
figurehead
He said
was
the name.
toppled, or to cross-reference a medallion that tore apart a family of Dutch aristocrats. The last few entries are sketches of stones or altars. Numbers pepper their faces. Their surfaces are plotted in grids that stretch out beyond them, accounting for the ground and the air between them. Little points of significance in the absence between things.
We're just taking a little stroll on the mountaintops and in the valleys. No worries. What a beautiful night. Full moon is so bright that it's pretty much the sun, you know? Oh, the music is starting to get loud. Good, googly moogly. Wow, spooker game. This game isn't scary, it's more of story. It's telling me a story. I didn't know that. I like it. Little for you? Well, kind of scary. I see. What game is this? Also, hello, how are you? I'm not a subscriber, but your live has appeared on my homepage, and the game looks interesting. Also, best of luck to you and your YouTube future. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. This game is called Marginalia. I thought it was going to be like a scary game, but it's like a more like suspense, scary, like story, like psychological horror. I'm pretty sure, and I didn't know that. So I'm definitely enjoying it though. Hopefully your day has been well and you're doing well. I do have a sneak.
The sound began as a low whistle at the edge of understanding. I called out to Eric. At that moment, I could feel a strange energy on the wind, and something rushed by me.
I have a slight sneaking suspicion that this game is referencing traveling to the spirit realm after death. Is what I think it's referencing. Like, I think I'm dead.
I felt machinery creaking to life. I screamed for him. Everything went dead silent, but I could hear him whispering to me. I can't. I don't. It wasn't like him. The silence was a dull hum, and I fell toward the stones. I think I was screaming, but I couldn't hear myself. I'm screaming and no one can hear me. But Eric is whispering and telling me that everything would be okay. And I can hear this horrible gear tick, tick, ticking over and over again. I looked down and I couldn't see my hands, my feet, just this terrible nothing, and a precipice that I couldn't see over. I pulled myself, pushed against that edge, and I would speak from out of the storm. I was nothing, and it was everything. And with my last bit of strength, I spun away from the voice and the light, and I hoped that I would die.
Yeah, I had a sneaking suspicion that this was going to be guiding the land, guiding him to his death. Wow. For some reason gives me Stranger Things vibes. Yeah, I definitely feel that. Hell, I don't necessarily think this is hell. It doesn't look like suffering. It's been painful too, but it's fun, but editing will lead to my funeral. Yeah, and I feel that. Looking for hard games to play. Oh. Wait, let me focus up. Anyways, let me get this out. I know itch.io has a lot of good games that you could probably go ahead and look at. Poison recommended it to me, which is a friend of mine, a viewer of mine. And I did find a lot of games on itch.io. My existence is cracking. I'm fading. I'm dying. Help. Save me. Somebody. Please. Save me. Save me from my demise. I cannot go out like this. I mustn't. Love your hair design for the model. Thank you. I appreciate it. Is that Eric? Oh my god. Hey, I've been looking for you. Goodness gracious. No, I'm cracking. Help me. Please. I yearn for understanding. Closure. Please. Save me. Help. You look like Jesus? True. Giving me time to ponder and think about what I just played.
No, that's the entire story. I promise that's all. When the sun broke over the hollow, I woke up and scrambled back to the road, then back into town, then back to the train. I lost Eric's journals. I think I left him there, and he was glad that I did. I don't think that there was any malice in it. He was caught up in something he didn't understand. No, they never found a body. Nothing like that. No, I haven't been back. No, I won't show you on the map. Please don't go there.
I don't think it's over. It's not over. I don't think. I can't move my mouse still. Okay. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's it. Yeah, I think that's how it ends. I 100% It's 100% him. His friend was probably dead for years, and then his friend's journals, so, you know, he started reading them, and then it was pretty much a guide to the spirit, like the land was calling him to, and he's just dead. He's dead. That's just the entire thing, I think. I'm pretty sure, at least that's what I got from it. 100%. But yeah, what are some of your fave games? I play a lot of games. I'm a very competitive gamer though. I do enjoy really competitive games. And MMORPGs, so like Lost Ark, WoW, and then I do enjoy like MOBAs. I do play League of Legends, shooter games. I'm not a big fan of Valorant. I did play the beta. The game became shit though. I do play Overwatch, COD. My favorite probably shooter game is either Black Ops 3 or Halo 3. You want a game to play that's action, 2D RPG, really intense story? Yeah, sure. But I fell asleep early because we had one of those rare nice sleeping rainstorms. Oh my god, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Goodness gracious. Okay, we go next game. Let me try to get a little bit of a spookier game. Let me go to itch.io and download one. Let's play the Stalker game. Gets the Stalked. So let's download this one. It should only take a second shot. Don't worry about it. Until this thunder absolutely went ham and shook my house like an earthquake. I get those all the time. That's the only thunderstorms I get. Oh, Ender Lilies. Is it on Steam? Let me see. Ender Lilies. That sounds like a really good game. I already like the name. Ender. Oh, I see it. Quietest of the Nights? Oh, that looks really good. I'm a very big 2D RPG enjoyer. Like, oh my god, the music is gorgeous. How much is it? $24? Oh my god. Wait, I'm adding this to my wish list. Wait, this is so nice. Wait, this is so nice. Another game I can recommend with an amazing boss rush game is Nanopostle. Also, Dark Story. Okay. Did I have 45 things on my wish list to buy later? Oh, I've seen this. Okay. You should play the game Faith. I'll look into it. Dude, I'm a very big like action 2D like RPG, like even just big games like I own Mad Father, you know, Witch's House, all that good stuff. I'm gonna add this to my wish list. And then Nanopostle and Dark Story. Bye bye. Bye Haj. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully have a good rest of your day. Thank you. Yeah, Dark Story. There's different ones, but okay. I wish listed those. Is this game done? Oh, okay. The Stalked is downloading. Have a couple more minutes. Hello, Dark Phantom. Welcome. Glad to have you in. I have to subscribe, by the way, because you seem amazing. I will join streams whenever free. Yeah, no. Feel free to hop in whenever. Feel free to not hop in. It's totally up to you. But I appreciate it. Let me see this. Faith. Let me go ahead and share my screen with y'all, shall we? You don't seem to understand. Web browser. Let's go ahead. Where's that? There we go. Let's go ahead and share that settings. Wait, look at the trailer for my game. It legit fits your outfit? Of course. Give me a sec. Whoa, another Phantom? Wait, yeah, whoa, okay. Faith. Okay. star. I saw a star fall from heaven. Bro, what is this? Okay. "12 endings." Oh, this looks nice. Wow. Faith, the unholy trinity. I mean, yeah, no, it looks good. It looks like a good game. Dark Chart, I meant for, oh, Nano Apostle? Yeah, okay, I got it. Wow, okay. Let's well, I want to watch the Ender Lily thing, so it looks really good. Poo poo. We're waiting for my horror game to download, by the way, Frog, so welcome on in. It's my third one I'll be playing. There. Oh, this looks so good. I'm playing The Stalked, is what it's called. Since this is a horror game, and Knight, will you play a classic like Slender? Oh, I don't think I own Slender, but I could. As if cursed, the rain of death falling on the kingdom never stops. The descendant of the priestess is the only one who can purify the blight of the immortals. Oh, I guess that's me. Oh, wait, that's cool. Wait, so is he like... Is he a spirit I call upon for help? Oh, wait, yeah. I'm like a necromancer. I call upon the dead to aid me. I'm back in PC Crash. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, that's cool. You free the souls? Yeah, and gain allies. Okay. I dig it. I definitely dig this. Oh, wait, that's pretty. Holy chills. Okay, my game's done downloading. My game's done downloading, chat. Extract all. Let's extract the desktop. Nightmare Chronicles. Oh man. Let me look at this. And it's free? What the fuck is this? What the fuck? I'm not playing this. I'm not playing that. I'm not playing that. That's just okay. Dude, that's... You're tweaking off an Adderall with that one. Oh my god, I'm extracting files! Damn, this trailer tune is a banger. Okay. Let me go ahead and change my... What am I playing? The Stalked. Let me change it. Let me change it. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let me open up this. I'm going to bed. Good night, good night. Fun fact, sequel's coming January. Oh my god. It's not a direct sequel to this one though, that's fine. Sequel takes part in another part of the world while Ender Lilies goes on. Oh, I see. I see, I see. Wow, but good night, Dark Phantom. Good night, good night. Thank you for stopping by. Let me see. It's almost done. Come on, hurry up. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Come on, 2 more %. You got this. Please. Come on. 98? It's gonna pause at 98, really? 99? Oh! 99. Come on, one more. One more. Please. Please. Oh. Played it. Okay, so played it? I see, I see. Okay. Let's go ahead and play the game. Stocked. More info, run anyways. Thank you. Let me go ahead. I'm not going to rechart real quick because I have to go ahead and set my game settings up. Game. Okay. You guys should be able to hear it now? Yeah, okay. This is a good one. It's just a demo for now. I see, I see. I think Ender Lilies took about 1 to 2 days for me to beat. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's start. Start chat. I had to break up with Liam, and I hope he takes it well. Okay. Oh, this is a nice place you got here. What, are you rich or something, girl? What is this, a margarita? Let me get a sip. What is this? What is this? Freaking... Oh, I can run in this game. That's already not a good sign. Dude, what is this freaking, futuristic looking, furnace? Not a bad place. Freaky... Oh, I'm hungry. I need to make some food. I'm hungry. I heard your stomach, girly. Let me go to settings. Is the volume's all the way up? Let me make some food. Wow, this is all we got? Are you fucking kidding me? Really? Can I crouch? Bro, am I fucking poor? Like, I have this big ass house but no food on the stove, dude. If you have this much money to afford a house like this, just fucking DoorDash something. Like, at this point. I have a new horror game that came out this week. Oh, have you heard about it? It's Parkour Horror Escape. Oh, Finding Frankie. I've seen that. Actually, yes, I have. And I watched Charlie play it. The entire thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I watched Charlie play the entire game earlier today. Have you played Alien Isolation? Yes, I have. I'm pretty sure. No, they got the rich house but no food in the fridge. Yeah, why am I just heating up a thing? Can I just... Okay, perfect. Organic food? Yeah, this is something a fucking rich person would... What? Okay, why does that look good though? Who would be knocking on my door? Dude, I can't leave the stove. You're gonna have to wait until my food's done. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait until my food's done, buddy. I can't leave my stove on. My house will burn down. And I honestly, if I can't afford food in the fridge right now, that means I wasted my entire fucking life insurance on this bitch. Okay? I can't afford anything else because I bought a house out of my freaking financial area. Man, I guess I'll fucking answer the door. Yes. Who's there? Hey, honey, can I come in? Ugh, Liam, I told you it's over. So no, you can't come in. Come on. You can't just leave me like that. I love you more than anything. It's over, Liam. Just go home. Open the door, Kate. No, I'm not opening the door. I don't love you anymore, Liam. You will be mine again soon. Okay. Schizo. Sounds like he walked away. Thank God. My food's burning! You fucking bitch. Ooh, sounds crunchy. Really? I just ate it. A bath to calm myself down a bit would be great right now. Yeah, bitch. I would take a bath too after eating out the fucking hot ass pan like a feral fucking wild animal. How are you not ashamed? Eating like a troglodyte. Liam sounds like a loser, not gonna lie. True, Unreal. Ate it off the stove. Yeah, like, was I really that hungry? Really? Yo, where's my bathroom at, man? Oh my god, what a juicer bathroom! Wait, guys, take a screenshot. I'm gonna ask my, when I build my own house, I'm gonna ask them to build, like, this bathroom. This bathroom's fucking juicing right now. Juice! Well, I think I'm gonna head up now. I might either go read light novels or look for more games props. Have a good... Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. You too. Do better, Liam, making us look bad. On God, like, bro. Like, crazy hoe. Oh, is he really breaking in my house, bro? Call 911! Really, bro? You're gonna have to pay for that, man. I can't afford it. Give me another chance, please. I will treat you well and I will do anything you want. I promise. Just one chance is all I ask. That can't be too much, can it? XOXO, Liam. You just threw a fucking boulder through my fucking window. You... I'm gonna fucking... How did you throw it this high up? Wait, that's okay. I'm not even mad anymore. Like, that's low-key impressive. How'd you throw a heavy freaking rock like that this far up? That's impressive. Okay, wait. Okay, shit. Yo. Really, bro? What? Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Is he Lamar Jackson? No, literally. Dude, where am I supposed to go? Dude, I don't know. This guy's fucking Spider-Man. Like, am I dating, like, Superman, Spider-Man, Batman? Who am I dating? Where the fuck am I going? Okay, I ran out. Okay. I mean, that's the only right move to do. Is run out your fucking house. Call 911, bro. Bro, I don't know, bro. What's going on? Calling grandpa? You should be calling 911, sister. What are you doing? 911? Dude, why are you going grandpa? What is old man gonna do? Hello, grandpa. I need your help. How do I say it? Hey, Kate. What's going on? Liam broke into my apartment and chased me. I barely got away, and now I'm in my car with nowhere to go. That's horrible. Are you okay? Did he hurt you or something? No, I got away before he could do something, but I'm terrified he will find me. Okay. I assume you're looking for a place to stay for a while? Yes. You can come live with me for as long as you need. However, I'm going to be out on a business trip for 1 week. Grandpa's still working, brother? You should be retired. That's fine. I'm still gonna be safer than staying here. Can I go there right now? Yes. I'll send you the address. The key to my house is in a flower pot. Also, remember to keep the doors locked. And if you need to go outside, you can always check the peephole first. Okay. Thanks again, Grandpa. You're a lifesaver. No problem. I hope all goes well, and don't hesitate to call me again. Bitch, you should be calling 911. That is what it is. What the fuck? No! How are you? Dude, this... Bro, am I dating, like... Dude, I have to be dating, like, a superhero. Like, girl, why is your door not locked? Dude, my door's always locked. If I'm sitting there in the middle of the night, my door is always locked. Bro, this bitch is pissing me off. That was a close call. Thank God I made it out. Yeah, you're dumb as hell. Liam won't be able to find me anymore now. Yeah, you think. Bitch, he has a tracker on your fucking car. I've finally broken free from that toxic relationship. Bro, he has a tracker on your car, ho. Get a new phone, replace your ID, dude. Change your name to when you're cooked. No, literally. Okay, I'm in the middle of the woods. Like, this is gonna be any better, bro. Perfect spot for him to kill me. Okay. There is poop? Why are you throwing poop in chat? Instantly die, bro? I mean, where was I supposed to go? I mean, Bro's a superhero. No, he's a super villain. Bro's a super villain. Oh, great.
Oh no! Did Liam manage to follow me here? I'm getting too paranoid now, of course. It's not him. Probably just a neighbor.
Okay, this house is creepy as shit, dude. Really? You ain't got any family? Press F to turn on your flashlight. Oh, my phone flashlight? Lovely.
Grandpa said the key was in a flower pot, right?
Yeah?
Wow, it's dark in here. Let's turn on some lights and find the bedroom. I want to hit the bed ASAP.
Okay, good. Let's go lock the doors. Lock the windows. Lock the windows. Close the blinds. Close the blinds. Change your tags. Bro, your shit's dark as hell in here. Then I should have driven to the police station. They are open 24/7. Yeah, I don't know. She called Grandpa first, find out mom or dad or the damn police. Dude, it should have just been the popo. Like, this girl's dumb as hell. Find the bedroom. Okay, I guess. Okay. Okay, the door's locked. Thank God. Triple checking. Okay, we want to turn the lights off. Well, every time we want to turn the lights off because we don't want to let anybody know we're home. Bitch should have driven her car in the back. We're gonna explore a bit first, though. A tub? Oh, I can't see myself. Wait, what's... Another door to outside? Okay. We are in the middle of nowhere. This is probably the worst location to go to. I'm sorry. Wait, let me... Is there a back door? Secret door? Anything? Bitch needs to do some fucking dusting up in here. Got spiders in your damn shit. Okay, no doors. No doors that anybody can get into. No doors anybody can get into. I'm locking all the fucking doors. Like, bro, like I'm tweaking. Is that it? Is that everything? Okay. This is so refreshing. You usually don't watch VTubers, so this is fire? No, literally. Okay. This bitch tweaking off an Adderall. Okay, I mean, dude, okay, it's crazy because we have to check upstairs doors to lock because we're fucking dating a supervillain. Like, this bitch can fly, man. Throw rocks through like fucking 50-foot buildings. Or stories, fuck. 50 stories. That's a bedroom. I gotta secure the place, man. I gotta lock the shit down, bro. You need to call fucking Batman. Your shit's broken, man. Fix it. Grandpa needs a new chair. Only one bedroom? Wait. There's a balcony here. How do I get out on the balcony? Oh, hell nah. I gotta lock a door. How the fuck do you get out on the balcony? Something ain't sitting right with me, bro. I lock my door? He got powers for the wrong reasons. Make sure the floorboards are in place. He might be able to dig through the dirt. No, literally at this point, like, you're not safe, girl. Just put the fries in the bag. You are not safe. Okay. Shoo, me. Oh, is it daytime? Why, I slept that long? 3:55 p.m.? Damn, ho, get your ass up. Wow, it's pretty outside. Is Grandpa home already? Oh my god. Shh, chat, shh. He said he was gonna be out for a couple days, bro. It's not him. I don't want to have to check the window because I don't want him to look at me through the window. It's Liam, brother. Check what door? I just checked the door. I'm not going outside. Your ass is crazy. Yeah, back at him at this point, bro. Finna kill you over some. Yeah, no. We out there's like, I mean, obviously the front door, but I mean, what other door am I supposed to check at this point? Like, I already checked the door. Like, my ass is not opening the door, bro. Like, is you crazy, bro? You're gonna. Do they want me to open the door? Brother, I'm not opening the door. Okay, dude, I'm done with this shit. I hate. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, okay, I love being a stupid bitch, bro. Dude, I just checked the door, brother, like... Gotta go into the side door, you know? I guess I have to open the front door to trigger the event? Oh.
Dearest new resident of this mansion, I'm the previous owner of this mansion, and you are the person I've been looking for. I hope you stick around for a while. I'm sure we'll get along just fine. I'll be watching you. Watching me is a strange to say. I need to get going to the store before it gets dark, though. Let's be careful.
Okay. Let's use our common sense. Let's use our 2 brain cells for a second and piece together what we just fucking read, okay? We know that my grandfather lives here. You should already know. I'm going to assume your grandfather has lived here for a while, considering how worn and torn the house looks and how old it looks. Okay, let's just think for a second. He's lived in this house for a while. Why all of a sudden would they say, hello, new resident? I'm not a new resident. This is my family house. My grandfather lives here. So either A, you're at the wrong house, or B, this bitch is fucking lying and you're being gullible as shit for no fucking reason. Okay, let's just think for a second. Let's just think. They're watching me? Ho, you can't be this dumb. You're this gullible? I got a couple words to say to you, man. You gotta lock the door now. No, like, I had to, bro, I had to meditate. I was gonna crash out. I had to meditate in this bitch. I could not. I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna see that bitch too. Watch. Liam. Oh! Wow! So nice to see you here. Can't believe we ran into each other. Like, no. What kind of fucking raggedy ass store in the middle of nowhere is this? I know damn well.
What's that? Some kind of paper?
Yeah, let me see. Wow, let's just pick up some random person's paper. Poster has been added to your collection.
Wow. It's creepy how similar she looks to me.
Okay.
This is horrible. I hope they found her. Ashley missing since, okay, 2013. Please help us bring Ashley home. If you have any information, even the smallest detail, contact the police. Your assistance could make all the difference.
Okay. Okay, this is our shopping list. So you need canned food, snacks, soda, milk, cereal, wine.
Oh, hi there. I haven't seen you here before. Are you new?
Oh shit, I was using her voice.
Yeah, I just moved in.
Where do you live? I don't feel comfortable telling you that. Are you alone? I'm in a hurry. Sorry, I gotta go. Bitch, you could just tell him no, bro. I live with my dad or some shit. Like, why the door locked behind me? Okay, grab one of these. Can I grab one of these? I think Infinity, oh my god, so crazy. We're the same story last time. I was crazy. The guy got a very feminine voice. My bad. Bye. Wait, is this the same? Is this the same guy? Is this the same? Are they the same person? Y'all look eerily similar. Okay, so canned food, organic food, some snacks, some sody milk. Well, bye. Bye, stranger. Bye. Okay, some sody milk. I know these bitches do not have milk out on the shelves, like... Really? Really? We just got milk out on the shelves? Damn, that's some expired ass milk, bro. Drinking fucking, what's it called? Something, what is it called? I forgot what it's called. The cheese? Hello, is that all? Yes. All right. The total is $22.50. Thank you. Oh shit, thank you for shopping here. Also, I can tell you are new to the area. How long are you staying for? No problem. I'm not sure yet. Not too long, I would assume. All right. Have a good day. And here are your groceries. Thanks, you too. Wow, so nice. There's another car here. Pause chat. Chat, there's another car here. Chat, there's another car here. Who's that? Gonna be some old ass milk, bro. No, literally, what is it called? So it's the cheese. Oh my god, there's another car here. Girl, and he parked right next to us. Girl, you should know better. Hello, sir. Can you walk with me to my car? I don't feel very safe. Bitch asshole, that's what you should have said. You know, a young beautiful lady like you shouldn't be out all alone like this. What do you want? I do have some wishes, but I think it's best they remain unspoken. Be careful and don't let me catch you all alone again. I don't need your warnings. Respect my space and stay away. Yeah, you fucking freaky asshole. Good god. You can't be- he ran to the car! Like, okay, like, okay, any person would be scared by that if they see some person running through a car, like, that shit's scary as hell. Why is it already nighttime? I'll make sure the doors are locked. Okay. Switch something, please. No, literally, like, fuck is going on? We're gonna turn off the light here so nobody knows we're home. Let's put the food away. Nice, we're all stocked up for the weekend. Hey, party rockin' in the... Really, bro, you gotta kill my vibe. Really, brother. Are you fucking kidding me? Bro. This ain't to be rude, but why don't you have more subs? This is killing me. I don't know. Bro, who is blowing up my phone? Pick up your phone, girl. Welcome home. You look beautiful in the store today. Can't wait to see you again. Getting closer. I'm soon there. Or what if I'm already there? I'm gonna... I wish I was Sock Girly. I'm gonna fucking bald. I'm gonna crash out, bro. This bitch is upstairs. I lost. I just checked the door. I'm not opening the door. Normal horror games don't do this for me after playing horror games in VR. Dude, I hit my table and then my computer is like fucking vibrating. Like, I'm not. Check the door. I just checked the door through the peephole. What's the fucking point of the peephole if I'm gonna fucking open the door? Nah, shoddy. No, like he's already upstairs, like through my window. Like, can I just make my dinner now? Like, la-di-da-di-da. Just gonna make some dinner. La-di-da-di-da. Like. Like, cooking stream. Hi, Aery. Man, fuck it, bro. Letters been out to your collection. Congratulations on settling in. You may believe this mansion is your refuge, but every step you take reveals a deeper game. I'm with you in every choice, every move. There's no escape from becoming. This is getting out of hand. Yeah. Lock the door. Leave, ho. Who's bro? Are you fucking? Me. I'm getting fucked right now. No. Start. Dude, he took the battery, transmission, and starter up my car. Please start. Come on. Why not of all times? We're dead. Chat. It's over. We're cooked. Something's really wrong. I have to get inside to call the cops like right now. You should have done that ages ago. Like. Bro, he's inside the house already. It was a distraction. Help! They're gonna pick up the phone. 911 dispatcher. 911, what's your emergency? Hi, I need help. I've been receiving threatening messages, letters, and text. I'm really scared. I'm here to help you. Can you please provide your location? I'm at... It's urgent! I understand. I'm dispatching officers to your location right away. Can you describe the nature of the threats? They've been watching me, following me, and the messages are getting more intense. Please hurry! Stay on the line with me. Help is on the way. In the meantime, try to find a safe and secure location within your home. And make sure to lock your doors. The officer should be there soon. My doors are locked. Yes, they're locked. Please hurry! Help is on the way. Stay strong. I'm here with you until the officers arrive. Someone just try to open the door. Officers will be there any second now. 911? Is this an emergency? Yes! Help! Wee woo. Help me! Oh, please! The popo! It appears everything is under control now. Officers have apprehended the man in a white van outside your residence. We're bringing him in for questioning. If something else happens, don't hesitate to call us. Take care. Thank you for your help. I'll be sure to reach out if something else happens. Bro, like... Can I make myself some dinner now? Phew, what a relief. I never thought I'd feel safe again, but maybe things can get back to normal now. It should be safe now. Let's head to the basement outside and restore the power. No, this is a distraction, bro. Somebody else is here. Actually, no. I think the basement is over here. Why would the basement be outside the residence, though? And we're gonna lock the door. Oh, wow. It's open. Lovely. Here it is. Chillax. Lovely. The power should be back on now. Lovely. The voice acting is going crazy? Thanks. Lock this shit. I stink of sweat. Let's take a bath before I go to sleep. Okay, that's fucking nasty, girl. Like... But I get that. I sweat like a motherfucker.
Horror movie averted by calling 911 and having the cops in under 15 seconds. 100% believable. Yeah, can I get some food? Okay, I guess my fat ass, supposed to say fat ass. Turn lights off so they act like nobody's home. Let's take a nice refreshing. Let me check if the doors are locked. 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 Okay. Surely nobody's gonna come in, right? How are you today? You good? Yes, I'm doing lovely. How are you doing today? Lovely bath time. Hey, get it clean. Hey, bath time. Hey. I have you on TV at 3 a.m. Maybe don't scream so much, bro. You're watching me play horror games and you're asking me not to scream. Wow, I do not like this angle. Finally, a moment of peace. Oh well. Bitch, I'd be, dude. This would make me like psychotic. Like, I would have psychosis. But why would that stranger go so far from me? Whatever, it's over now. Yeah, over. Who just took a photo of me? I'm so exhausted that I'm hearing things now. Let's just go to bed. Dude, somebody just took a photo of me naked, butt-ass naked in my bathtub. Not good? I'm tired? Oh, then go to sleep. But if you're that kind of tired, I know what you mean. Why is bro so far down in the tub? I mean, it's a deep tub. Like, look how deep this tub is, bro. Okay, let me dry my hair. Okay, we're good. Check the doors. Are they locked? They're locked. Locked. Lovely. I'm not gonna eat dinner. I don't have anything to eat all day today. I'm gonna need energy to run from this motherfucker soon. Oh, I know damn well somebody fucking my shit, bro. Checking the premises before I go to bed. Checking the premises. Checking the premises. Okay. Everything's clear. Clear over here. Clear. If anybody's in this room, please announce your presence. Yeah. Finally, some peace and quiet. But did you check the walls? They're in the walls. They're in the walls. Now who's scared? What is that noise? Dude, if somebody's trying to fucking... Dude, Radman was right, dude. He's digging through my fucking floorboards, through the dirt. Sounds like it's coming from the storage room. Where's the storage room at? Check the flower pots next. True. Ah, what the fuck? It was just a nightmare. Dude, he's so... Dude. I should probably call to check on how Liam is doing. I mean, the reason this is all happening to begin with is because I broke up with him. It's all my fault. If I had just stayed with Liam, he would have kept me safe. Fuck no, don't call that bitch. Dude, are you crazy? You're gonna give him your new phone number and you're gonna... He can, like, track you through your phone number and track your... No, he can, like, fuck with your SIM, bro. Like that. No, of course not. What am I thinking? Let's put my mind on something else. But first, let's make sure this house is empty. I still don't feel safe. Okay, we're checking the house. Deuce X, look at motherfucker, bro. That's what I'm saying. Oh, God. Okay, clear. Make your presence known if you're in this room. LAPD, open up. Alrighty. Clear. All clear. Alrighty. Check the downstairs now, shall we? Check to the right. Clear to the right. Clear to the left. Clear downstairs. Clear. Dude, watch. Oh, it's Jesus. Jesus died on the cross for our sins. Oh, wow. I'm gonna open this door and watch Grandpa be sitting there. Something looks off about that book. Okay. Bro, brother, what the fuck, man? Look, honey, we made the news. Pretty cool, right? A sudden disappearance. Ashley's whereabouts unknown. 27-year-old Ashley was reported missing on August 15, 2013 by her husband 2 days after she disappeared from their home. Last seen in the residence, Ashley's sudden absence has raised suspicions, with her husband emerging as a prime person of interest in the ongoing investigation, while authorities continue to search for leads. They urge anyone with information to come forward and assist in the search for Ashley. Okay. I can't replace you, Ashley. There is no one that is as special as you. Why did you force me to do this? I never wanted to harm you. My fault? How is it my fault? How is it my fault? I didn't want it to end like this. You left me with no other options. What the fuck did I do? How am I gonna live without you? What is the point of all this? I'm typing to a dead person. I would do anything to get you back. Oh, it's a typewriter? Am I dreaming? I swear that is you. She looks just like you. Have you come back to me 10 years later? She is just as beautiful as you were. She has become mine. She will, no matter what. I can't let her run away from me like you once did. Yeah. What the fuck? Why would you want me to leave? I have done nothing but be good to you. Whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. You are never leaving me again now, okay? It's probably about time I talk to Grandpa what's going on here. This is crazy. Bitch, can I move? Grandpa, are you there? Yes. Has something happened? A lot has been happening. I received creepy letters and been followed by someone I don't think is Liam. I called the police and they've arrested a suspicious individual lurking around the house. But when I thought it was all over, I found a strange hidden room in your house that contains some psychotic things, to say the least. What? This is insane. Maybe the police arrested the guy leaving the letters and the hidden room? I've lived there for 10 years and never seen that. I'll be cutting this business trip short and be coming home ASAP. I can't stand not being able to help you. I'd like to think they arrested him, but what if they didn't? What if he's still out there? What if they arrested someone who got set up? It makes me so uneasy just thinking about it. What do you remember about the person you bought this place from? Grandpa is the creep me thinks. No shot. That could definitely be the case. I remember his wife had recently gone missing without a trace. It was the talk of the town for quite a while. And his name was... Are you serious? My phone ran out of battery and I didn't have time to bring my charger with me. Aw, can I lock this door? Let's go find a flashlight in case I need one later. I remember seeing one in the basement. Oh man. You know, can we make sure my car starts, bro? Can we like go fix our car? Nice. Oh, this is a wicked ass flashlight. What is buzzing in my ear? Anyways. What the fuck is that, bro? Big ass bird, bro. I searched just for a weapon just in case. Let's start by looking through Grandpa's office upstairs. But it's like... Nah. Can we close this door, please? Or whatever. Make sure the doors are locked. Make sure the doors are locked so we're not schizo. Locked? Locked? Yeah.
A weapon, eh? It doesn't look like a weapon here, brother. Is a gun? There's nothing of use in here. Yeah, no shit. That has to be Grandpa, right? Bitch, you're dumb as fuck. Ah, what the fuck? Hi, sorry if I scared you. I just had to complain about something. Of course you did. You were the creep that talked to me earlier outside the convenience store. What do you want to complain about? I know it was creepy, but it wasn't my idea. Liam told me to do it in hopes that you would take him back to feel safe again. I was supposed to take it a step further now, but I couldn't do it. I felt too sorry for you. It all makes a lot more sense now. Thank you for telling me. I still don't feel safe around you. Can you leave now, please? Yes, of course. I'm sorry again. Of course it was Liam. It's nighttime all of a sudden. Oh, great. Really? It's not already? Oh, man, I'm gonna wake up seeing some shit again, bro. Did that come from the bedroom door? Bro, like... Letter has been added to your collection. You thought this was over? You feel helpless now, don't you? Your car doesn't work, your phone is dead, the police think they got the person behind this, and you don't know where I am. There is nothing that can stop me anymore. What do I do? I know, if I follow the other path I saw when I first got here, maybe I can find some neighbors that can help me. Run, bitch, run. He is the other neighbor. Yo, bro, like... My ass is not going down there. Definitely Liam's car. Yeah, I'm leaving, bro. Do I gotta go down there? Chat. There's literally an invisible wall here. Is there another path I can follow? Like... Bro, bitches be getting them shit in the stupid stupid shit. Like, bro, just... I have to go down there? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm done. Like, I will alt F for this game. I'm being so serious. I will alt F for this game. Like, this shit is just... This is triggering me. I'm getting tilted. Yeah, I see my crazy ex's car. I'll leave this door open. Bitch did dig a fucking tunnel, bro. Like...
Blood? That's Liam. What happened to you? Why would somebody do this? She's mine. And only mine. Oh, okay. Oh, we're cooked, chat. We're cooked. We're cooked, chat. Chat, are we cooked? It just told me to press shift to sprint. Yeah, we're cooked. Well, what to do now, guys? Just go to bed and pretend like nothing happened. Honestly, that's our best bet. For right now, the option's giving me. You know? Check our corners. Dude, my phone's dead. Because this bitch didn't bring her charger. I ain't got no phone to call the damn cops. Let's check our corners, shall we? That's what I mean. I don't know. Grandpa's house has a landline 100%. Yeah, no, I don't know, bro. Bro, I need to play a fucking, like, good game after this. Just go to bed, girl. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I mean, where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? I might as well choose a fucking bear at this point. Like, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? Like, I'm supposed to trigger an event, but I don't know how to trigger it. I gotta meditate, bro. Like, this shit's triggering me. Yeah, there it is. I think these are Ashley's remains, yeah. Of course. Oh, it's the guy at the cashier. I don't care how you look at it. It's more than enough. Come here. I've been waiting so long for this. Bitch. Gotta meditate, guys. Oh, it's the police! Saved! The police arrived on the scene just in time, thanks to Grandpa. He hurried back home after the abrupt ending to Kate's phone call with him. When he arrived home, he realized that Kate was nowhere to be seen. He got a sinking gut feeling that the worst might have happened. He called the police instantly, and they made it just in time. The relief Grandpa felt after the news was like nothing else. What happened to everyone else involved? The man in the white van said that his reasoning for being outside Kate's home was because he saw a stranger following her home from the store. Of course, the police didn't believe him when they saw no one else was there. But when the news broke free about this, the police realized their mistake, and that he had actually been telling the truth. He was released the same day. Liam's accomplice was never seen again after the incident. The psychopath who killed his ex-wife Ashley, Liam, and almost Kate ended up getting sentenced to life in prison. Kate is doing her best to recover from the incident, but it's difficult. At night, she often hears those daunting knocks on her bedroom door, disrupting her attempts to sleep. Throughout every day, she finds herself checking behind and scanning every corner, consumed by the fear and paranoia. Wow. Lovely. So the developers. Well, I would say that was a pretty okay game. Pretty okay game. Okay. I have one more game left, chat. One more game I think we can play before I have to go. I think it's a solid 7. Yeah, it's all right. So I have one more game that I do have to play before I go to bed, and it's not really. I don't think it's a horror game, but it's like horror-esque themed, if that makes sense. Not like jump scares or whatever. Let's do this. But I wanted to play this. Nice. Yep. Perfect. Developers develop. Okay, let me go here. Delete that. Good game. I will say. Okay, next game, chat. Rituals in the Dark. It's a... Wait, let me check if it's not NSFW, right? No nudity in it, right? Okay, no, it's not. It's not. Perfect. Last game of the day. Perfect. Last game of the day. Last game of the day. Okay. English. We're gonna make it full screen. Aerychii. Bum ba bum bum. There we go. Nice. Rituals in the Dark. Some old ass memes from before you were even aware of yourself. Okay. Start. Aspen Draper was probably one of the last people to see the elderly Miss Slay still alive, and she was definitely the first person to see her after she died. Miss Slay had lived next door to Aspen for as long as the teenage girl could remember, in her semi-detached house on Paradise Road. Paradise Road, despite its grandiose name, didn't live up to the expectations. It was like any other street in Scarborough, really. Gray, cramped, and gently sloping down the side of a shallow hill. The pavement was usually littered with takeaway cartons from kebab houses. The bins never seemed to get emptied on time, no matter how often Aspen's mother complained to the local council. And at night, Aspen could often hear stray cats fighting, or worse, mating, outside her window. Despite the street's numerous flaws, however, Miss Lay had lived there for almost all her life, or ever since I got married to Ivor, as she herself put it. Oh my god. Aspen had lived in Paradise Road all her life too. And though she'd met Mrs. Lay on many occasions, she'd never had the pleasure of speaking to her husband. Ivor had died before Aspen had been born. Miss Lay was old, though Aspen didn't know quite how old. Aspen presumed the woman must have been in her 70s or 80s, maybe even 90s, but it seemed rude to ask. The elderly Miss Lay was a mysterious creature with no fixed age. She had looked much the same to Aspen when she was 6 and when she was 16. If Miss Lay had changed at all over the decade, Aspen couldn't tell. Miss Lay exuded a constant aura of frailty and elderliness, an aura which was further compounded by her penchant for closing her blue, roomy eyes and mumbling, "Back in my day." Aspen didn't know when exactly Miss Lay's day had been, but it must have been years and years ago, decades even. It was certainly long before Aspen had been born, and it might have been before her parents had been born too. Miss Lay didn't seem to have any friends or family. Though Aspen had lived next to Miss Lay for 16, bordering on 17 years, she rarely saw cars that weren't Mrs. Lay's old unused Nissan parked in the driveway. The car had probably belonged to Ivor when he was still alive. Maybe that's why Mrs. Lay had never touched it. Could she even drive? The old woman seemed so very frail with her slender wrists and her slow shuffling gait that Aspen doubted it. Aspen had never seen any children, grandchildren, nieces, or nephews grace the doorstep of Mrs. Lay's home. It was just Mrs. Lay, and occasionally the woman from the council called Rebecca, but call me Bex, who came around a few times a week to buy Mrs. Lay groceries and clean her kitchen. Thinking about it, Rebecca should have been the one to discover Mrs. Lay's body first. Surely that was her job. Rebecca was employed not only to aid the elderly woman in her twilight years, but to save any poor, wide-eyed, nail-biting neighborhood girls from stumbling upon Mrs. Lay's corpse during the winter months. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Rebecca hadn't shown up on the particular Sunday. Sunday was her day off, and Aspen had, and it had been Aspen who had found the body, not Rebecca. That's just how life goes. But to arrive at the point of Aspen finding Mrs. Lay's body, the old woman's eyes rolled up in the head and her mouth twisted from a sudden heart attack. We have to go back. Aspen had spent most of her life ignoring Mrs. Lay as best she could, though her mother had told her to smile and wave when she saw the old dear pottering around in her garden. That's what Aspen's mother called Mrs. Lay, the old dear, and Aspen supposed she was harmless enough. Privately, however, Aspen had always thought Mrs. Lay was a little creepy. Mrs. Lay had a... Oh my god. Your support? What the hell do you mean your support? Anyways, Mrs. Lay has a small and shrunken creature, like a living specimen pickled in vinegar. Her hair was very thin and white, and it was often tied back in a bun that exposed a worrying amount of baby pink scalp. Her fingers, meanwhile, were gnarled like roots of a tree. Mrs. Lay would sometimes meander around her front garden when the weather was nice and her joints were up to it. She'd finger the overgrown cluster of sweet peas in the pear trees that were even older and frailer than she was with a satisfied nod, as though the plants in her garden were supposed to be dying. Maybe Mrs. Lay was so old, her eyesight so poor, she simply couldn't see that her precious roses had been half devoured by caterpillars, her snapdragons and marigolds overrun by weeds. Or maybe she did know, but she knew she was too old to do anything about it. Mrs. Lay could hardly don a pair of gardening gloves and kneel down in the dirt at her age. whatever age she was. She'd throw her back out or dislocate a kneecap, and then she'd never be able to get back up again. Mrs. Lay seemed perfectly content to meander, nursing a mug of warm tea in her choppy fingers and a thick cardigan thrown over her shoulders, as she admired what had once been a pretty flower garden. When Mrs. Lay saw Aspen typically on her way back home from primary school or ballet practice, she would smile and say how big she was getting. Aspen, who had always been shy, would murmur words of thanks at her mother's behest, then hurry indoors, where Mrs. Lay's sad smile couldn't reach her. For many years, these were only interactions the two had. But that had changed on Aspen's 13th birthday, when the old woman did something quite surprising. She bought Aspen a present. Well, bought might not have been the correct word. Mrs. Lay rarely went 3 paces past her front garden, and she certainly never went to Sainsbury's. That was Rebecca's job. Instead, Mrs. Lay wrapped one of her own little ornaments up in a paper, put it inside a shoebox, and left it on the draper's doorstep with a card attached. The ornament was small and made of painted ceramic, though most of the paint had flaked away. It depicted a little girl in a leotard and tutu, her hair tied back with a ribbon, standing on point with her arms extended. One of the girl's hands had snapped off, and her nose was broken, but it was a sweet gesture all the same. Aspen's father had been convinced the little ornament was worth a pretty penny, and he took it to an antiques shop to be appraised, much to his wife's irritation. "I'm not going to sell it, Penny," Mr. Draper had tried to assure his wife. "This belongs to Aspen. I just wanted to satisfy my own curiosity. You never know, it could be something special." Aspen's father, incidentally, worked as a curator at the Scarborough Art Gallery. He spent his days examining works of art, and he had vested interest in how old and, more importantly, how expensive little trinkets like Mrs. Lay's ballerina figure were. Unfortunately, a quick trip to the antique shop revealed that the ballerina was almost entirely worthless, but that is neither here nor there. The card Mrs. Lay left Aspen was decorated with an image of a young, rosy-cheeked girl in a pale blue dress. Playing with the jump rope, the card was very pastel, almost washed out, and it seemed to have come from another era, maybe 1960s or 70s. Dude, it's just reading, man! Clipping nails and cut off tongue are also everywhere for old folks' sake. Suggested to you, experiment to you, controller gunk. Holding on. No, like, dude, this game is just reading so far. Inside the card, Mrs. Lay had written in a faint and spidery hand, "Dear Althea." Mrs. Lay often got— yeah, I was weird. I was confused. I was like, that's not Aspen. Mrs. Lay often got Aspen's name wrong. "I hope you like your present. I saw it, and it reminded me of you. I know you practice ballet, and I thought you might get more enjoyment out of it than I do. Love, Marguerite." Up until that day, Aspen hadn't known what Mrs. Lay's first name was. She'd always call her Mrs. Lay. She'd never even stopped to consider that Mrs. Lay might have a first name at all. It seemed almost inconceivable. Mrs. Lay's name, Marguerite, didn't really suit her. The name was too light and jaunty. It conjured up images of pretty, dark-haired girls in red, ruffled dresses, dancing beneath the moonlight. Not an elderly woman in a frumpy clothes nodding benignly at clusters of worm-eating primroses. Maybe Mrs. Lay had been more like Marguerite in the past. Maybe her white hair had been dark, and she had worn red ruffles, and she had danced the night away. She must have been young and vivacious and full of life once upon a time. Maybe it had been when Ivor was still alive, however long ago that was. But Aspen couldn't imagine it. Aspen didn't want to call Mrs. Lay Marguerite. For some reason, it made her feel sad. It felt too much like wasted opportunity, past time that would never ever come back. Mrs. Lay was always, and would always, be Mrs. Lay to Aspen. The revelation of Mrs. Lay's full name, however, was not the crucial takeaway from that letter. It was clear that, though Mrs. Lay and Aspen had only exchanged the briefest of greetings over the last 13 years, Mrs. Lay had been paying more attention to Aspen than she herself had ever realized. True, she had gotten Aspen's name wrong. Aspen was quite an unusual name, not very Yorkshire. Then again, neither was Althea. But Mrs. Lay knew enough about Aspen to know she took ballet classes. At least she had taken ballet classes. Aspen had quit when she started secondary school. Going to her lessons every Friday had been a painful experience. The ballet mistress, Miss, what the fuck is that name? I cannot pronounce that. Preobrazhenskaya, who hailed from Russia and whose name Aspen could not pronounce, was very strict, and if she was bad, the other girls were worse. Aspen had attended ballet classes from the young age of 5, with the childish dreams of someday being a dancer. The young girl soon learned, however, that she was not, and she would never be, as charming, flexible, or beautiful as the other little swans. She just didn't have the knack. Aspen had already given up on her dancing dream when Mrs. Lay bequeathed her that tiny ballerina, but it was a thoughtful gift, nevertheless. It was very kind of her, said Aspen's mother, Penny. You should go over to her house and thank her. Aspen hadn't wanted to go to Mrs. Lay's house and thank her. She would have rather stuck her fingers in the toaster. Now, don't be like that. Penny had said, titting, Mrs. Lay is an old, lonely woman. She needs some company, and she did send you a gift. You should show a bit of appreciation. Aspen's mother could be quite assertive when she wanted, and the young girl knew there was no getting around her. She had to go and visit Mrs. Lay, and so she did. One Sunday morning, with her hair neatly braided, wearing a blue gingham dress, Aspen walked through Mrs. Lay's overgrown front garden and knocked on her door. She intended to say a quick thank you for the gift and bolt, but Mrs. Lay had other ideas. With a small smile, betraying just the slightest twinge of discomfort, Mrs. Lay had arthritis, and even smiling seemed to hurt her. The old woman ushered Aspen inside. What could she do? Refuse? If she had, Penny, who is always anxious about maintaining good relationships with the neighbors, would have filleted her. So Aspen, hesitant though she was, stepped inside. When Mrs. Lay closed the wooden front door behind her, Aspen couldn't help but feel like one of the children from Hansel and Gretel. Was Mrs. Lay going to lock her in a cage? Cook her in the oven? But Aspen never met such a grotesque end. But Mrs. Lay struggled to pick up her reading glasses, let alone 13-year-old girls. There is no way she could have crammed Aspen into her oven, and anyway, it wasn't big enough. This was no fairy tale, and Mrs. Lay's designs were of far less sinister nature than any wicked witch. She just wanted somebody to talk to, and that was how Aspen became Mrs. Lay's unwilling confidant. Almost every Sunday, rain or shine, Aspen would show up at Mrs. Lay's house for mid-morning tea. Mrs. Lay's fingers trembled something awful, and her movements were slow and shuffling, but she always insisted on making the tea herself. Not content to serve Aspen the same blends every visit, she instructed Rebecca to buy all sorts of different leaves during her big Saturday shop at the nearby Tesco. Sitting in one of the overstuffed armchairs in Mrs. Lay's living room, which was strangely uncomfortable despite being piled high with cushions, Aspen would have sampled teas of varying flavors. The tea was often served with biscuits or chocolates, pink wafers, ginger nuts, custard creams, chocolate fingers, and bourbons. Mrs. Lay never ate any of the biscuits herself. She laughed and she said she was on a diet. That didn't stop her from pitying her young guests with sweets, though, and Aspen was too worried about upsetting her to say no. Her tongue burned from the too hot tea. Aspen tried to drink it as quickly as possible, and her stomach churning from too much chocolate. Aspen would sit there and let Mrs. Lay talk. Mrs. Lay talked about large numbers of things during her visits, but Aspen could never remember much of it. Mrs. Lay talked about people Aspen had never met, all of them dead, buried, and places Aspen had never been. Sometimes Mrs. Lay managed to get Aspen's name right, but more often than not, she called her Althea. And, the whole while, Aspen, who began to wonder if she wasn't called Althea after all, sat there and smiled. The clock ticked slowly, counting away the seconds, minutes, and hours Aspen would never get back. If Mrs. Lay knew Aspen wasn't particularly interested in their tee-to-tees, okay, she never gave any indication of it. Maybe she was too lost in her own reminiscences to realize how uncomfortable she made her young guest. Or maybe she was so blind she simply couldn't see. Either way, regardless of Aspen's personal feelings, those sad and somber tea parties continued for several years. Girls are quicker on the pickup. Good one. This routine, more familiar than clockwork, eventually came to an end, however, and it came to an end in the most gruesome manner. 3 years later, one January morning. It had been unpleasantly cold during the winter. According to the news, they were going through a cold snap. Icy winds blew in from the sea, and the wind howled sparingly in the night. Aspen walked to school wearing 2 sweatshirts beneath her coat, and it made a little difference. By the time she got to her classroom, her fingers felt so frozen, she worried they might shatter. Aspen's visits to Mrs. Lay didn't abate during this cold period. Though Aspen felt chilled to the bone, Mrs. Lay seemed to be doing well for herself, as well as a woman of indeterminate age could do, at least. Mrs. Lay didn't look any sicker than she usually did, and though she complained that her arthritis was playing her up, these were usually the same complaints Aspen had heard for the last 3 years. Aspen didn't pay it any heed. Not until one particular visit. Aspen sat on Mrs. Lay's brown couch in her equally brown living room, which smelt, strangely enough, of chopped liver, her hands in her lap. Outside, the wind howled. Mrs. Lay was in the kitchen. She had gone to brew the tea and plate up biscuits, as per her normal routine. Aspen had offered to help, but Mrs. Lay waved this small act of kindness aside. "It's very kind of you, dear," she'd said, "but I'm not infirm just yet. I can take care of myself. You sit down and read a magazine." Obedient to a fault, Aspen sat down, but she didn't read a magazine. Mrs. Lay was subscribed to Woman's Weekly and Woman at Home, neither of which Aspen found riveting. Instead, Aspen watched the clock. The minutes slowly passed. 1, then 2, then 5. Still, Mrs. Lay did not come back from the kitchen. Though Mrs. Lay often took her time brewing the tea and plating the biscuits, she did have her arthritis to contest with. She didn't normally take that long. Aspen wouldn't have been so troubled if she could have heard the sounds of old kettle brewing or cupboard slamming, but everything was curiously quiet. So Aspen got to her feet, her heart pounding with trepidation. Already, she knew something was wrong, and exited the living room. She walked through the hallway, sidestepping an old pair of Mrs. Lay's slippers and a little wooden table topped with a chunky telephone, and made her way to the kitchen. "Mrs. Lay?" she said softly, questioningly. "Mrs. Lay?" But there was no reply. Aspen stood by the kitchen door, which was closed. She felt sick. At that moment, she already knew, via some deep, primordial instinct that lays dormant inside each and every one of us, that if she had opened that door, there would be no going back. Her life would never be the same again. But Aspen shook her head. She told herself, like we so often tell ourselves when we know something to be true, not with facts, but with our own intuition, that she was being silly. And so she opened the door. What Aspen saw that day stayed with her ever since, like a birthmark. The old-fashioned kettle had finished boiling, and steam was slowly rising from the spout. 2 mugs had been set on the counter already, filled with tea leaves. They were ready to receive the warm water from the kettle, but no water was forthcoming. A plate of biscuits lay by the mugs. Mrs. Lay had prepared jammy dodgers. The jam looked so very red and artificial beneath the yellow lights, it was almost nauseating. And as for Mrs. Lay herself, she was sitting, though perhaps sitting isn't the right word, at the kitchen table. She was leant back in her chair, fingers resting on the tabletop and her cardigan half falling off one shoulder. She was quite still. She was so still Aspen would have supposed she was sleeping, save one for crucial detail. Her eyes were open. Her eyes were open so wide, they were almost bulging out of her head. Mrs. Lay's milky blue irises were rolled upwards, revealing a worrying amount of white, and her head was lolling. Her mouth was open, too. Her face was contorted into a frightening silent scream, for no noise would come from her mouth. She was dead. It was a heart attack, the doctor said, when they arrived on the scene. It had been quiet, understated kind of death, all things considered. The old woman hadn't made a single sound. Mrs. Lay, while preparing the plate of biscuits, must have felt a stab of pain inside her chest. Accustomed to such aches and pains, she was an old woman, after all. She'd sat down at the kitchen table and waited for the pain to pass. Mrs. Lay hadn't tried to get Aspen's attention, though perhaps the thought had flitted through her mind. She hadn't wanted to worry her guest. Maybe Mrs. Lay had always known, though she'd never admitted it, that Aspen found their weekly tea parties a chore. The old woman was aware she was imposing on the young girl, but how could she help herself? Aspen was the only company she had, other than Rebecca. Mrs. Lay hadn't wanted to cause more trouble than she already had. And she had already, so she'd sat there, her body racked with pain while the kettle brewed, and very silently and very politely passed away. All things considered, it was quite a British way to go. Maybe one could even have called it noble, brave, heroic. With the thought of Mrs. Lay suffering silently, too anxious to ask Aspen for help, only made the young girl feel even guiltier. If only she could have done something. But Aspen had done nothing. And by the time she'd realized something was amiss, it was already too late. That was the first time Aspen had seen a dead body outside of scenes in detective dramas or movies. She hoped it would be the last. Unfortunately, none of her classmates or even her friends would ever let her live it down. Finally! Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you telling me I was telling a story to this girl and it was that freaking long? Hello, guest birds. Welcome. So, did it really happen next door? That's right. That's where you found her body? Yeah. Ew, how creepy! Pippa glanced about Aspen's bedroom, which was joined, though separated by a lilac wall, to what had once been Mrs. Lay's house. How does it feel living next to a place where a body was found? It doesn't feel like anything, really. Oh, come on. It has to feel like something. Doesn't it creep you out? Not particularly. Have you ever heard any strange noises at night? What kind of strange noises? Well, I don't know. Wailing? Crying? Anything like that? No. Have you ever been stepped into any cold patches of air? Or felt shivers run down your spine? Well... Aspen thought for a moment in a half-hearted attempt to oblige her friend, then shook her head. Wow. Aspen was being fairly reticent, but Pippa looked impressed all the same. She whistled beneath her breath. It's still seriously creepy. I'd be so freaked out if I had to live next to a spooky old house like that. Oh my god, who is this girl? Spooky. Blackie raised a neatly plucked eyebrow. This isn't a horror movie and we're not little kids. I know, but it's the thought of it. Can you imagine? Aspen bit her lower lip. She didn't need to imagine. She'd already seen Mrs. Lay's body. Pippa hadn't. Maybe that was why she sounded so gleeful about the whole sorry affair. Her house looks so run down too. The garden's a mess and the windows are all boarded up. I guess nobody's moved in yet? I don't think anybody would want to. It would be quite a hard sell for even the most charismatic of real estate agents. And here we have the kitchen. It's located near the back of the house, away from the road. It's got windows looking out into the garden, a refrigerator, a washing machine, and an oven. And if you look to your right, that's where the previous occupant was found, stone cold dead, at the breakfast table. It really makes you think about the briefness of life, doesn't it? It's a short candle. So the months went by, and nobody moved into Mrs. Lay's house, except the squatters. Okay, the squatters broke in through the windows. They probably stole most of the stuff inside the house. None of Mrs. Lay's possessions had been moved. She had no relatives to collect them, and she hadn't left a will. The squatters banged about in Mrs. Lay's home until the early hours of the morning, and made such a racket Aspen's mother complained to the local council. The council got the house boarded up, but that was about it. Whatever remained of Mrs. Lay's belongings, her lavender stuffed cushions and her little china figures, and her floral rugs that smelled strangely musky, were still shut up inside, waiting for an owner who would never return. The garden, which had brought Mrs. Lay such joy, was now deader than ever, if such a thing was possible. The weeds had overrun the snapdragons and stifled the marigolds, and the roses were more holes than flowers. But despite that, life continued on. It continued on for girls like Lockie and Pippa, at least, who were completely divorced from the memory of Mrs. Lay's sightless eyes and twisted mouth. But it didn't for Aspen. Not properly. How could it when, whenever Aspen closed her eyes, she saw the image of Mrs. Lay's dead body beneath her lids, like a grotesque tattoo? Pippa leant forwards, her voice dropping to a whisper. And what was it like, seeing it? How did it make you feel? Lockie, who had a disdain down to a fine art, wrinkled her nose. I bet it was disgusting. Look, you guys. Aspen shifted on the edge of her bed, fingers linked together. Her bare right foot twitched against the carpet. I don't want to talk about it. Why not? We're your friends, aren't we? We are friends, but... You don't need to tell anybody else, but you can tell us. Scout's honor! You've never once been a scout. It's a figure of speech. Well, I can't really remember. It was more than 5 months ago. Liar. What? People just don't forget things like that. At least I wouldn't. Too bad we're not all geniuses like you, Lockie. I'm not a genius. I just bothered to study for my exams, unlike a certain somebody. Ooh, look at you! You're so la-di-da. I love that girl. It was dark outside, beyond Aspen's drawn curtains, and the three girls were sitting on the edge of Aspen's bed in their pajamas. While Aspen and Pippa were dressed demurely, Lockie was attired in something a little more revealing. Lockie's nightwear, if it could be called as such, was a very sheer nightgown with a thin straps that shone pearl white beneath the dim glow of Aspen's bedside lamp. Aspen wondered if it was too cold in Scarborough, which was by the seafront, to wear such skimpy clothes. But perhaps Lockie's body was still attuned to the warmth of Indian summers. Despite the fact her parents had moved to England when she was still a child, it wasn't yet midnight and the three girls wouldn't be going to sleep for several more hours. That was how sleepovers worked. There was rarely, if ever, any sleep involved. But Lockie insisted that they change into their nightwear as soon as 10 o'clock came around. Lockie said she felt more comfortable in her pajamas, but Aspen privately thought she just wanted to show off her new nightgown. Honestly, it is more comfortable in pajamas, and nightgowns are more comfortable because it's more airy, you know? You gotta air that shit out. You feel me? Almost all of Lockie's things were new, her family was rich, and she had no qualms about flaunting it. Lockie flaunted quite a lot, thought Aspen, as she Hold on, I need water. And I'm out of water. Ashley surreptitiously admired her friend's slender legs. Surreptitiously, good God. Come on, Aspen. Pippa, Aspen's more stereotypically British friend, who had perpetually flushed cheeks and ginger hair, pouted. We've been really nice to you about this whole thing. I mean, we didn't get on your case too much when you found that old lady, did we? Maybe not, but everybody else did. Aspen hung her head. Her dark hair fell in front of her eyes, obscuring her face. If that's a revealing nightgown, I don't know what my nightgown would be considered. After Aspen found the body of Mrs. Slay, she became something of a local celebrity. Aspen hadn't told anybody about her discovery, but the news had traveled fast. Jenny's mother worked at the local hospital. She'd been one of the first people to hear about Mrs. Lay's fate. Jenny's mother had told Jenny about all the awful affair, and how traumatizing it must have been for everyone involved. It wouldn't have been half as traumatic if Jenny's mother had adhered to basic confidentiality clauses. Jenny told Anna, and Anna told Lucy, and Lucy, being Lucy, told the world. When Aspen returned to school on Monday, a wiser but a sadder girl, she was suddenly thrust into the unwanted, unasked, for her role of a celebrity. Everybody wanted to know what finding a dead body had been like. They wanted precise details, right down to the volume of saliva trickling from Mrs. Lay's open mouth. Aspen, who'd always been on a bit of the awkward side, a wallflower, if you will, had shied away from all these queries. She didn't like being on the spotlight at the best of times, and she certainly didn't enjoy reliving those sickening seconds when she had stumbled upon Mrs. Lay's body at the breakfast table. If she had to be famous for something, she'd rather be famous for being funny and audacious, like Pippa, or beautiful and clever, like Lockie. But Aspen wasn't funny and audacious, and she certainly wasn't beautiful, and though her grades were good, they weren't as good as Lockheed's. Aspen was quiet and soft-spoken. She rarely raised her hand in class, even when she knew the answer to a question. It didn't seem worth the effort. In lieu of having any real abilities or any noteworthy achievements, Aspen became famous for finding a corpse. It wasn't much of a claim to fame. In fact, the whole thing was quite depressing. The hubbub surrounding Aspen died down within a few weeks, once her classmates realized it'd be easier to pry juicy gossip from Mrs. Lade's cold, blue lips than Aspen's, but a faint undercut of intrigue remained. XQCL. XQCL, hair in my mouth. Why is there hair in your mouth, man? Get it out, man. That's nasty. From that day forth, Aspen knew she'd never be regarded as Aspen's Draper anymore, not even among her teachers. She was, and always would be, the girl who discovered a dead body. 6 months have passed since then, but Aspen still couldn't escape from the ghostly memories of Mrs. Lay. How long have I been reading for, chat? Good God. It's just reading. Okay, I might stop this game and just go to bed.
Won't you tell us what she looked like? I want to know.
I don't want to think about it.
But if you don't tell us, I'll spend the whole night thinking about it, and then I won't get any sleep. It's the uncertainty that kills me.
Aspen didn't reply. Instead, she ducked her head, idly tracing patterns on her bedspread. To Aspen, it was the certainty that really unsettled her. She could try and explain it, but somehow she didn't think Pippa would understand. It was a little like the Thestrals in Harry Potter. Aspen mused. She had taken great comfort in her favorite childhood books after finding Mrs. Lay's body. Death only made sense to people unfortunate enough to see it, while those who hadn't could never hope to understand how frighteningly real it was. But it's only 10:45 and Spooky Games night. 30 minutes, not gonna lie. It's fine.
Well, you're no fun.
Pippa pouted and folded her arms as if it were talking about a dead woman could ever be fun, and by remaining silent, Aspen had cruelly robbed her of her diverting amusement. I'm sorry. Aspen apologized, her head bowed because she didn't know what else to say. What was there to say?
Well, it's only 11. I need to do something fun to pass the time.
Pippa pondered for a few moments, tapping a finger against her lower lip before... Her eyes lit up.
Maybe we should play a game.
Oh, wow. No duh. No shit, Sherlock. I don't want to play any of your silly games. I could chip a nail.
It won't be a silly game, Lockheed. It'll be really mature, I promise. Since Aspen's parents aren't here, we can really go all out.
What do you mean exactly? Wait, I can save. Oh my god. This is my Sweet 16 with a brand new Land Rover introduced to the table. I don't know. This game reminds me of one of those DJ dating sims where you play like 2 to 3 hours of reading BS. I'm pretty sure this is it. And it's like, I'm pretty sure it's like LGBTQ plus too. And I think they're all gonna be like dating each other. I'm pretty sure. I think at this point. Despair and disgust. Okay. What do you mean exactly?
I mean...
Pippa drummed her fingers against the bedside table, perhaps in an attempt to build anticipation.
We should play Truth or Dare.
Aspen felt her stomach sinking through her body to the bottom of her feet and all the way down into the floor. All of a sudden, she felt sick. Aspen had played Truth or Dare with Pippa during their sleepovers before, and Aspen still bore the scars to that day. Pippa's imagination was inexhaustible, and it never failed to conjure up disgusting dares and excruciating truths. Once, Pippa had made Aspen eat a worm. Another time, Pippa made Aspen climb inside the washing machine. When Aspen's mother had found her, she'd almost hit the roof. She'd shouted at Pippa, who'd been 6 years old at the time, and phoned her mother to come pick her up immediately. If her mother had been there now, she would have never let Pippa play such a dangerous game. But Aspen's mother wasn't there. Neither was her father. Aspen's parents were away on a cruise around the Mediterranean. The cruise had been booked almost a year in advance, and the tickets were hard to come by. Penny and James had offered to cancel when their daughter found Mrs. Lay, of course. They'd worried that being all alone in the house next to the sealed-off mortuary where Mrs. Lay's corpse had been found might disturb their only daughter. Aspen, however, had reassured them that she would be all right. In fact, she insisted that they go. She wasn't a child. She was almost 17, and she could look after herself. If she ever felt overwhelmed by the sheer presence of Mrs. Lay's memory, she could invite Pippa and Lockie over, and her mother liked Lockie. She thought she was sensible. When it came to Pippa, she was a little less keen. Unfortunately, inviting Pippa and Lucky over seemed to be doing more harm to Aspen's tenuous mental state than good. Aspen was beginning to wonder whether she might have been better off alone after all, with nothing but her memories for company. At least they couldn't ask too many probing questions, or make her climb into any washing machines. I mean, true. This is truth or dare. Lucky, who'd met Pippa and Aspen in secondary school and didn't know anything about the washing machine incident, frowned. What is it exactly?
It's simple. One player gets to be in charge of the other two. The leader asks the others, truth or dare. If they pick truth, they have to answer my question they're asked truthfully. Or they can pick dare, then the leader can give them a command and they have to fulfill it. It's like the law.
Can the leader pick any truth and any dare?
That's right.
Within reason. I see. Interesting. Aspen looked at Lucky hopefully. She prayed that her friend would look down her nose at this proposed party game, as she did with so many things, and deride it as being beneath her. Well, I suppose it isn't too childish if you ask the right questions. Aspen's face blanched. Lucky had let her down, and she didn't even seem to realize it. You've never played Truth or Dare with Pippa before, have you? No, I haven't. Why? Is there something I need to know? It's just, her dares can be quite creative.
What? Are you still sore about the washing machine thing, Aspen?
Aspen wasn't literally sore about it now, but she had been at the time, though her parents had quite a large, fancy washing machine. It had been a gift from James' father. It was made for trousers and jumpers, not 6-year-old girls. Aspen had always been short and slight, but climbing into that washing machine had been quite a squeeze. She'd been terrified she wouldn't be able to get back out again, and she'd managed to bruise her right arm most fabulously. It had been purple and green for weeks afterwards. Lucky, who was none the wiser, blinked curiously. What washing machine thing? It's a long story.
Don't get bent out of shape about it, Aspen. It was years ago. I'm not that immature.
You kept making little balls with soldering iron in tech last term and flickering them at Colin with your ruler.
Well, he deserved it. He kept making fun of my hair.
Mr. Langley wasn't very happy when he found out about it.
Mr. Langley isn't happy about anything, a stupid old git.
Pippa huffed at the injustice of it all, her arms folded. Pippa was something of a wild child when she wasn't coercing 6-year-olds into washing machines. Granted, that had only happened once. She was getting into arguments with Colin Murphy and his friends about her hair. Aspen sometimes wondered if Pippa would have been less fiery if she didn't get teased about her hair so often. Maybe Pippa acted out loud and brash to deter people from making rude comments. Not that it ever worked. If anything, it made her even more of a target.
Anyway, enough about that.
Pippa clapped her hands together.
Truth or dare, let's start.
Do we have to?
Of course we have to. We've already decided.
We have? Aspen looked at Lucky. Do you really want to play? Why not? It might be interesting. But
don't look so sad, Aspen. I'm not going to make you get into any more washing machines. You wouldn't fit.
That hadn't deterred Pippa in the past, but Aspen decided to keep stum. It was 2 against 1. She couldn't win. Aspen had very few friends as it is. She didn't want to alienate the only friends she had somehow miraculously managed to cling to throughout secondary school, strange though they were. Oh, all right. We can play if you really want to.
Great! I knew you'd see it my way.
Our way.
That's right. So?
Pippa smiled mischievously. Aspen didn't like that smile. She didn't like it one little bit.
Since I'm the one who decided on the game, I think I should go first. Any objections?
None here. I guess not.
Great! Then I'll ask you first, Lucky, since you've never played before, truth or dare?
Truth. Lucky answered without batting an eyelid. She looked utterly calm and composed in her sheer nightgown, almost like a stone effigy. Effigy? Effigy? How do you say that? I don't know. I don't know the proper way to say that. I know what it is, I just don't know the proper way to say it. Effigy, effigy, I don't know. I think it's effigy, right?
Alright then, since you've never played this game before, I'll ask you something that'll really make you squirm.
I don't squirm. Lucky was right, she didn't squirm, not even when the boys at school made fun of her foreign name, or her foreign family, or her teeth, which were slightly crooked and seemed overlarge in her small, delicate mouth. Okay. Lucky hadn't even squirmed in biology when Mrs. Peters, who Aspen suspected was a sociopath, showed them videos of live maggots being picked out of people's skins. I actually like videos like that. I'm nodding off now. Good night, good night. It's like effigy. Effigy. Yeah, effigy. Lucky never blushed. It was almost as though her bronze skin was completely bloodless.
Well, if you're so sure, then how about this? When you masturbate, who do you usually think of?
Oh my god. Okay, we're getting into Gooner shit right now. Honestly, I'd ask that question. Pippa? Aspen's eyes widened, her face flooded scarlet, as though she'd been asked the question, not Lucky. You can't say that.
Say what? Masturbate?
No, I mean, it. That's personal.
That's the whole point, stupid. It wouldn't be truth or dare if it wasn't.
But that, I
don't know why you're getting so worked up anyway. I asked Lucky, not you, unless you'd like to join in.
Yeah, no, this is for sure a lesbian Gooner game, I'm telling you. I fucking called it. No, that isn't it. Simply thinking about something so personal, let alone sharing it with her friends, was enough to make Aspen blush to the tips of her ears. I just think it's a bit too far. That question is definitely intrusive.
Oh, aren't you going to answer? Just so you know, if you can't answer a question or complete a dare, you'll be punished.
How will we be punished?
Maybe I'll text my brother and tell him you have a crush on him, Lucky.
No, thank you.
Do you hate my brother that much?
I don't hate him. I just don't want to acknowledge his existence. Pippa's older brother, Aaron, was 19. He hadn't managed to get into his university of choice, or any university for that matter, and he was waiting to retake his A-levels while working part-time at McDonald's. He was the kind of person who liked to wear offensive shirts, tell offensive jokes, and laugh too loudly at things that weren't very funny. Whenever Lucky and Aspen went to Pippa's house, Aaron tried to flirt with Lucky. He largely ignored Aspen. Lucky regarded him much like one would regard an insect and kept her distance.
Well, if you don't want to be my sister-in-law, you better answer the question truthfully, please. Who do you think about when you masturbate?
Lucky sighed and she closed her eyes. If you really want to know, Ayushmann Khurrana.
Huh?
Pippa looked at Lucky blankly.
Come again?
He's an actor. I knew you wouldn't have heard of him.
Hey, that's not fair. You can't choose somebody we obviously wouldn't know.
It's not my fault you're uncultured. I give you an honest answer, so my turn should be over.
I guess, but...
Pippa scowled, evidently annoyed.
All right, whatever. It's your turn now, Aspen. Truth or dare?
Well, Aspen dropped her gaze to her knees. Her face was still spotted like pink with remnants of leftover embarrassment on Lucky's behalf. She could have chosen truth, she supposed. But what if Pippa asked her an unpleasant, intrusive question? She thought the thought was painful. Would it perhaps be better to choose dare, then? Pippa could think of some extremely nasty dares, but weren't they a little too old to eat worms? Plus, as Pippa had already reassured her, Aspen really was too big to fit inside the washing machine now.
Come on, Aspen. The clock is ticking.
Is there a time limit?
I might have to impose one if Aspen keeps dithering. If you can't make up your mind, I'll punish you. Now, I wonder what I'll do.
Aspen's pinched, pale face turned paler still. If Pippa intended to punish her regardless of what she did, she might as well make her decision now and get it over with. And so it was, her stomach tying itself into knots, that Aspen slowly said, "Then I choose dare."
All right, now that's what I'm talking about. Pippa punched her fist in the air triumphantly. Lockie, meanwhile, raised one of her slender brown eyebrows. That was brave of you. I just hope it wasn't too foolish. Okay, maybe it's just masquerading as a lesbian gooner game. Maybe. Don't worry, Aspen. I know you're a baby, so I won't go too hard on you. I'll make it easy.
Don't make it too easy. It wouldn't be fair after what you asked me. Lockie, whose side are you on anyways?
I don't take sides. That would be immature. Well, don't worry, you two. I have a really good idea for your dare, Aspen.
You're not going to shut me inside more small enclosed spaces, are you?
They'd studied the cask of Amontillado.
Oh my god, I read that in English that year. Is it Amontillado? Yeah, it's Amontillado, I'm pretty sure. Whatever. And thanks for that year, Aspen didn't want Pippa getting any ideas. That's the motherfucker who killed the motherfucker and locked him in a fucking ball, brother. Right?
Don't worry so much. I might be planning to shut you up, but it won't be anywhere small or enclosed.
Where, then?
Can't you guess?
I'm not very good at guessing games. Please, Pippa, just tell me.
Christ, you don't have any imagination, do you? All right, then.
An unpleasant smile captured the corners of Pippa's lips.
I want you to break into Mrs. Lay's house.
Oh my god, this fucking bitch. This cask of Mondo dildo? Okay. This is so stupid. Lockie tutted, her slender arms crossed over her chest. It was near the end of August, and though it was a cool night, it wasn't uncomfortably so. Okay, why are we playing sensual music and zooming in on her? Okay. Lockie stood outside Mrs. Lay's home, backlit by the garish orange light of the nearby lamppost, and sighed. She was still wearing her sheer nightgown with thin straps. The nightgown stopped at Lockie's mid-thigh, exposing her knees and generous portion of slender leg. Oh my god, I can see her knees. Oh my god, guys, I lost. Her knees, I lost. This is what your freaking teachers are talking about when you fucking show your arms, dude. Your freaking shoulders. Though her otherwise bare feet were encased in her white wedged heels, the rest of Lockie was exposed to the elements. The wind ran through her short, brown hair, so it fluttered. In the midnight streets, bathed with artificial light and framed by the round moon, Lockie looked strangely ghostly. Pippa, meanwhile, was much more corporeal, with her pink cheeks and her red hair. She was comfortingly solid and real on this dark night. But just how comforting was Pippa, really, when it was through her continued insistence that the three girls had come outside in the first place? They were the only people outside, which was to be expected. It was almost midnight. Aspen lived on a quiet street and had grown quieter still once the doors and windows of Mrs. Lay's house had been boarded up and the squatters had been driven out. It was deathly silent, save for the sound of the wind through the trees and the dim, distant din of a cawing bird. The silence did little to comfort Aspen. Instead, it made her feel even more anxious. Surely it was too late to play silly games like this. If her mother had been home, she would have never allowed Aspen to go out at such an hour. But her mother wasn't home. She was on a boat that was slowly cruising through the Mediterranean, doubtless enjoying weather that was a good deal warmer and sunnier than it was in Scarborough. Aspen swallowed her saliva tasted like ashes. Lockie's right. This is stupid. Let's go back inside, Pippa.
We can't go back inside. Not when we came all the way. You're going to do the dare, Aspen, and that's final.
Bare feet? Ayo, we gonna be like this? True, cruise time. But the windows are all boarded up, and so is the front door. There's no way inside.
Then let's go around the back. There must be somewhere you can get in.
But Aspen didn't have enough time to argue back. Pippa seized a hold of Aspen's hand with her own. A few moments ago, Aspen had found the unquestionable corporeality of Pippa's body a comfort. Now it was more like a curse. Pippa dragged Aspen around to the rear of Mrs. Lay's house, pushing open the small wooded gate that divided the front garden from the back. The gate was unlocked. It opened with a piercing creak that sounded far too loud in the stillness of the night. Aspen's heart pounded harder and harder. Hey, Yo, Pippa's forcing her way into Aspen's back door. Monka. I lost, but I need to get water. God, is it gay to kiss my girl best friend? That's what this thing is, dude. Ugh. Too much reading. Shit. Now the three of them were standing in Mrs. Lay's back garden, or what had once been her back garden. Aspen had been there herself on a few occasions when Mrs. Lay had been alive. When it was sunny, the pair of them would sometimes take tea there, at the white patio table with the matching chairs. The table was still in Mrs. Lay's garden, and so was one of the chairs. The other was curiously absent. The moonlight illuminated the lattice-work pattern at the once familiar table, now rendered unfamiliar by the darkness. And the front garden was overgrown. If the front garden was overgrown, that was nothing compared to the back. During the last 6 months, dandelions and white clovers had sprouted everywhere. The grass had grown long and unruly, with nettles nestled inside, ready to sting unsuspecting legs. Mrs. Lay's old pear trees, which she had loved to distraction, Ivor had painted them, seemed more crooked than ever before. But maybe that was a trick of the light. Those trees had always been crooked, even when Mrs. Lay was still alive. But Aspen couldn't stand in the garden forever, marveling at what ravages time had wrought. At that precise moment, she was rather more concerned about her own imminent fate.
There! I knew it!
Pippa pointed at the leftmost window at the bottom of the house, which Aspen knew led into the kitchen. From what she recalled, it overlooked the sink. The basin and the taps would be right underneath it. Somebody, maybe one of the squatters or else a scavenger, had removed the plywood that had stoppered up the window. The window had been smashed, the glass pane was eerily absent, and the entrance of a cave. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. That was something Aspen's dad used to say about her room, in jest, when she'd let her clothes and dirty plates pile up. That's me, bro. Same. It was from Dante, the Divine Comedy. Aspen had never read it. Aspen faced the window of Mrs. Lay's old home, her face pale and bloodless. You're not suggesting I climb in through the window, are you?
Well, how else are you gonna get inside?
Aspen took a step backwards. I don't think this is a good idea.
You're not chickening out, are you?
It's just, it doesn't look very safe. What if I cut myself?
You'll be fine, Aspen. Stop worrying.
At that window, it leads to the kitchen. That's where I found Mrs. Lay.
Oh, I see.
Pippa smiled mischievously.
You're not afraid you'll run into old woman's ghost, are you?
I don't believe in ghosts.
Then what's the problem? You can go in there for a few measly minutes, can't you?
But it wasn't the ghost Aspen was afraid of. It was her own memories. They were already starting to come back to her, but Aspen knew they'd never really left. Aw, this bitch, bro. Back up, back up. Even now, her dreams were interrupted by images of Mrs. Lay slumped back in that chair with her eyes rolled back and her mouth sagging open. How could she explain that to Pippa? Pippa had never seen a dead body. She wouldn't understand. Pippa was too dynamic, too lively, too cheerful, too oblivious to ever worry that one day she would even shuffle off the moral coil. This moral coil. It happened to the best of us. The worst of us. It happened to everyone. Even sweet old ladies like Mrs. Lay, who might have been a bit creepy, but who'd never meant anything bad. But Lockie was beginning to get impatient. She glanced around Mrs. Lay's disorderly garden and frowned. If you're going to go inside, Aspen, you should hurry up.
Oh, are you getting cold, Lockie?
Not really. Lockie, who had never admitted to any weakness, rolled her eyes. I'm just bored.
Same here. I get your act together, Aspen. You're being boring.
Pippa. Aspen looked at her friend, who didn't seem very friendly right now, with hopeful eyes. Can't I change my mind? Can I say truth instead?
Nope, that's against the rules.
Then I'll let you you punish me. You can do whatever you want.
Whatever I want?
That's right.
Then your punishment is to go inside Mrs. Lee's house.
But that's not fair.
It's not fair that you're making us wait for so long. I have better things to do with my time.
But
She needs some therapy for real. She's acting like she's got PTSD from dying. Literally fucking everybody dies. I mean, true. True. I mean, it's not like there's blood all over the floor, like gore, like, brother. Come on. Come on, Aspen. It's just an old house. There's nothing to be scared of. You only need to go inside for a few minutes. That's all. Lockie made it sound so easy, but Lockie, like Pippa, had never seen a dead body. She wasn't the one who discovered Mrs. Lay. She didn't know how Aspen had felt when she pushed open the kitchen door on that day, still innocent and unassuming, to be confronted, without any warnings, by Death. Death rarely gave warnings. Death had been cruel to Mrs. Lay, but it had been cruel to Aspen too. It had shown her something she was too young to process, something she wasn't ready for. Now, Pippa and Lockie were asking her to confront it all over again. To them, this was just a game, but Aspen was being forced to relive one of her worst nightmares. But what could she say? Pippa's fingers found Aspen's shoulders. She pushed the limp, unresisting girl onward, towards the gaping window with its shattered glass. Come on, Aspen. I just want you to go in there for 5 minutes tops. We'll wait for you outside. We won't go anywhere.
do you promise?
That's right. Pippa smiled, her Pippa smile, her teeth large and white in the light of the moon. Gently, tenderly, she let her hands fall from Aspen's shoulders. She entwined her fingers with her friend's and gave them a gentle squeeze. I promise. But as it transpired, climbing in through the window was no easy task.
Old lady die happy, like what? True. True and real. True and real.
Aspen might have been small of stature, but she wasn't particularly coordinated. She had no sense of balance. That was why she quit ballet. She didn't have the knack. Aspen's clumsiness was intensified by her fear as she tried to maneuver herself through the empty, gaping window frame. Though the glass had long since been knocked out of pain, Aspen worried some residual shards remained, lying in wait to gouge chunks of flesh out her unprotected hands. Aspen's fingers tensed as she lifted herself upwards. She could feel her knuckles turning white. All of a sudden, her body felt heavy, a dead, leaden weight. That's right, Aspen, you can do it!
What are you, her cheerleader?
I'm just giving Aspen a bit of moral support.
She looks like she could use it.
Aspen was too focused on the task at hand to spare Lockie a glance, but she could feel the raised eyebrow at the other girl's words.
I don't suppose Aspen will ever make it as a burglar.
I don't suppose Aspen will ever make it as a burglar. Of course not. Our Aspen is a good, pure girl.
Though this is technically breaking and entering.
There was no breaking. The window was already broken. Besides, nobody lives here anymore. I don't think Mrs. Lay will mind.
The local council might.
Then we'll just have to keep quiet, won't we?
That was easier said than done. Pippa in her excitement was making enough noise for 5 people.
True. Sooner than she expected, at least, Aspen found herself perched cat-like on the windowsill. She looked down into the kitchen, which was dark and murky. With her back obscuring the moon, it was hard to see more than 3 feet into the room before her. Aspen teetered uneasily and shifted, trying to regain her balance.
I'm not so sure about this.
Oh, come on, Aspen. You're almost in.
I know, but...
No buts. It's too late to back out now.
But...
If you can't go inside yourself, I'll have to help you. All of a sudden, Pippa was upon her, her pajama sleeves rolled up. Her pajama sleeves rolled back, revealing pink forearms splashed here and there with freckles. The palms of Pippa's hands rested upon Aspen's shoulders. Now, in you go.
But Pippa...
You don't need to worry about anything. Lockie and I will be waiting for you. We already said. Isn't that right, Lockie?
Mm-hmm. Break a leg, not literally. Thanks for the warning. Sorry. Well, not the only better way to go. Okay.
But Pippa! And make sure you don't run into any ghosts! Aspen knew Pippa was being silly. Was she trying to lighten the mood? But it didn't make her feel any better. At least, it didn't make her feel worse. Hey, here's an idea. If you do see a ghost, why don't you take a photo of it? You brought your phone with you, right?
It's in my pocket, but...
Good. Then make sure you snap away.
I doubt you'll see any ghosts, but I am rather curious about that house. I wonder how many of the old woman's things are still in there.
Oh no, I figured the squatters would have stolen most of it.
Aspen gazed fitfully into the blackness that once had been Mrs. Lay's kitchen. It was in this space overlooking the back garden that Mrs. Lay had prepared cups of tea, arranged biscuits on her rose-patterned plates, all the while humming under her breath. But Mrs. Lay wasn't there anymore. Only the memories remained. I hope there aren't any squatters still there.
If there were, we would have heard them by now.
Or they would have heard us. But what will I do if there is somebody in there? Peppa Pig, what the fuck? It's like I was gonna ask you if you wanted to clutch up, but I didn't expect you to be reading this for like 1.4 hours straight. I mean, brother.
Like it?
Aspen sighed. What wonderful advice.
You're just fussing over nothing, Aspen. Stop working yourself up. If you run into anybody scary, I'll call the police, okay?
Aspen was doubtful calling the police would be a wise idea in this situation, given what she was about to do. In fact, the police might prove to be scarier than the imagined squatters. She wouldn't get arrested for this, would she?
Now make sure to take some photos.
And come back in one piece.
Don't talk to any strange men.
Maybe you could bring back a souvenir? What sort of souvenir? Maybe one of the dead woman's hairnets?
And what would you do with that?
Keep it as a memento?
You're sick, Lucky. Now, in you go, Aspen. Don't forget my hairnet. Don't forget the photos.
But Aspen didn't have a chance to retaliate. That's because all of a sudden, Pippa gave her shoulders a shove. Holy shit, bitch. What the fuck? Swing. Russian monster elevator game time? Or wait, is it Vorlevator? Okay. Maybe the shove was supposed to be reassuring. Aspen didn't think Pippa really meant to knock her off the window ledge, but it was stronger than she thought, and she often did things without really meaning to. That was how she'd given Katie Neal a black eye in PE with the volleyball. Pippa hadn't meant to spike the ball that hard or at quite that angle, but she had, and it hit Katie's face anyway. Katie had crumpled to the floor, twitching with pain. It was much the same for Aspen now, though no volleyballs were involved. With a wide-eyed surprised shriek, I'm not doing that, Aspen felt herself falling forwards. Her chest hit the taps beneath the window as she fell, then her back met the floor with sick, dull crack. She's dead. They fucking killed her. GG, game over. Aspen lay there for a few moments, winded, staring at the ceiling. Her vision was blurry and it hurt to breathe. Knocked the wind out of her. Her chest hurt horribly. For a few moments, she was worried she'd crack some of her ribs. But if that was the case, wouldn't breathing be much more painful? She was being ridiculous. Aspen knew she hadn't caused herself any serious damage, but... When she shifted, she heard the floor creak beneath her. She couldn't feel something cold and hard beneath her back, her exposed thighs. Oh wait, she could feel something cold and hard beneath her back, her exposed thighs, and the flats of her palms. The underside of her right hand felt strangely warm and wet. What was that exactly? Dazed as though in a trance, the teenage girl raised her hand before her face. She turned it over, studying it like an exhibition in a museum. It was bleeding. There was a small gash in the center of her palm, and it trickled of strawberry red. Blood was oozing out of it. Dude, she got fucking body, bro. How had that happened? Maybe it was the glass? Now that Aspen thought about it, that was most likely the explanation. She must have landed on bits of the long broken window, which were still scattered around the sink and on the ground. Bro, I'd fucking beat Pippa's ass.
Aspen? Hey, Aspen!
Aspen could hear a voice from beyond the window. It was obviously Pippa, though she sounded more high-pitched than usual.
Aspen, are you alright? Say something!
Aspen remained silent. She knew it was cruel of her, but the panicked note in Pippa's voice made her feel somewhat satisfied. It almost made her aching head and bruised ribs and bloody palm worthwhile. Almost.
Aspen, this isn't a joke, is it? Aspen continued to lie on the floor, staring up at the ceiling. She counted sheep inside her head, trying to take her mind off the pain. Come on, Aspen, answer me! Let me know you're okay! But Aspen didn't reply. She'd been dragged around too much that night, and she was so tired of it all. She was tired of Pippa, and she was tired of Pippa's silly games, and she was tired of herself for being such a doormat. She was tired of everything. Maybe she hit her head on something? You don't think she passed out, do you? Well, I don't know. I'm not the one who pushed her. But you didn't stop me. You said you wanted to see the inside of the house, too. I'm curious, like I said, but this has nothing to do with me. Defensive is a picture shotgun. What? You need to take some responsibility for your own actions, Pippa. That's so not fair. You're the one who's being childish, Lockie. Aspen's body tensed. She watched the blood trickle slowly from her palms, then sighed. She clenched her fingers into fists. Playing dead had been a relatively harmless way of getting her revenge, but she didn't want Pippa and Lockie to argue. Not over her. She wasn't worth it. With a groan, Aspen forced herself to stand. She had moved oh my god. Defensive is picture shotgun. I don't know what you mean by that. She had moved gingerly, so she didn't lacerate herself on any more shards of glass. She was lucky, she mused, that her palm was the only part of her body she'd cut. Aspen's head felt a little light. She staggered when she pulled herself upright. Her legs threatened to buckle beneath her, but she supported herself by gripping the basin of the sink with her fingers. Her palm, which was still bleeding, left a bloody red streak against the mottled ceramic. Yeah, I know. Okay. Calm down, you two. I'm fine. Aspen, are you really alright? Yeah, I just had a bit of a nasty fall. Well, thank God for that. Why didn't you say anything sooner, you dozy girl? My head hurts. Well, hurry up and get out of there. You're making me worry. I'm making you worry? You're the one who told me to come in here in the first place. Because it seemed like a game when we were standing out in the garden, but it feels a little bit too real now, and... Oh, whatever. Just get out of there, Aspen. You sound like my grandmother. Shut up, Lockie. Lockie clicked her tongue. Since Aspen's in there already, we might as well ask her to take a few photographs. Didn't you want to see what the house was like? I do, but... Aspen searched in the pocket of her shorts for her mobile, but her fingers brushed against nothing but fabric. She blinked. She looked down at her feet, a sinking feeling inside her chest. There was her phone, lying amongst the shards of glass from the shattered window. Much like the window, her poor old phone, which had lasted for so many years, was broken. There was a spiderweb of cracks running along the screen from where it had been dropped, and its silver casing was scruffed and dented. Hesitantly, Aspen bent down to retrieve it. She tried to turn her phone on. Her fingers slippery with blood, but nothing happened. It's dead. Your phone? It fell out of my pocket. I think I landed on it. Well, that's all we need. Good job, Pippa. Hey, how's that my fault? You were the one who pushed her, remember? I hope you're planning to reimburse Aspen. I mean, she is your friend. Don't be stupid. I can't afford to buy her a new phone. Guys, it's alright. It wasn't alright. Not really. But Aspen didn't like hearing them argue, especially not over her. I'll just buy a cheap phone to replace it. Are you sure you don't mind? It's fine. I'm gonna come back now. Aspen turned, ready to leave, when she heard something. A voice. Are you going already? The voice was soft and distinctly feminine. There was something light and lilting about it, as though the speaker was half speaking, half singing. There was nothing inherently malicious about those words, but Aspen felt a shiver run up her spine all the same. Now, don't look so anxious. I don't mean you any harm. It just gets so boring sometimes, being on my own so often. This is the most fun I've had in a while. I... Hey, Aspen, what are you waiting for? I told you to get back here. It seemed like Pippa couldn't hear the mysterious speaker. She, Aspen was sure of it,
sure it was a she, was talking so softly her voice could only reach Aspen's ears. But why? Who possessed that soft feminine voice? Who else was inside Mrs. Lay's house? And just how long had they been in there? Aspen, let me get back in the car. Aspen, come on, stop playing around. So TLDR, Aspen, there is an old lady named Mrs. Lay who lived next to the girl, the main character, Aspen, and, apparently she was old, her husband died, blah, 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 whatever, and, the girl started hanging out with, the Aspen started hanging out with the old lady, Mrs. Lay, because her mother or whatever made her, and then, she started coming over to Mrs. Lay, the old lady's house, every Sunday. And then one Sunday when she was making biscuits and like tea or whatever for Aspen, the old lady had a heart attack and she walked in on the old lady who had a heart attack. That's about it. And now people are tweaking because she saw a dead body. She saw a dead body. Oh my god. Oh my god. So cool. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. And now her friends are like, you have to go into the dead person's house. You have to go in. You gotta go in. Rise of the Phoenix Zucchini fuck question mark. Oh. I gotta drink more water. Jeez. Okay. Aspen, come on! Stop playing around! Sure. Smile? Aspen felt her heart stammer inside her chest like the stuck-up keys of an ancient typewriter. Part of her didn't want to know who the mysterious speaker was. Ignorance was bliss, after all. What would she do if, upon turning around, she happened to spot something no mortal eyes should ever see? A ghost? A phantom? Or maybe it was something she couldn't assign words to. Not so arbitrarily. The sensible side of Aspen wanted to slip out through the window without looking back. So you're just going to obey your friends? What is she? Your keeper? Do you always let yourself get pushed around like that? But another, slightly less sensible part of Aspen knew she couldn't be so hasty. This girl, whoever she was talking to her. She was addressing Aspen and Aspen alone, and Aspen couldn't remember the last time that ever happened. Nobody wanted to talk to Aspen. She'd become something of a celebrity after she'd stumbled upon Mrs. Lay's body. It was true, but the hype had soon died down. There was nothing interesting or unique about Aspen herself, with her boring black hair and her dull brown eyes. People looked at Pippa because she was loud and noisy, and people looked at Lockie because she was foreign and beautiful, but nobody looked at Aspen. She was, and always had been, completely overshadowed. But not anymore. That was why Aspen turned around. And that was when she saw her. Oh my god. I lost. There was a girl, lingering in the doorframe like a shadow. She must have been watching Aspen for some time, tucked just out of sight. Their eyes met, and the mysterious girl smiled. Hello. It's nice to meet you. Aspen didn't reply. She could only gawp, eyes wide, as the girl slipped out of her hiding place. With neat, nimble steps, just like a ballerina, the girl crossed the kitchen floor and took a seat atop Mrs. Lay's worn-out washing machine. Kind of crazy how I thought this was so scary. I mean, I told you it was a horror thing. Oh my god. Wait, it's Althea. Her name's Althea, apparently. This game, I thought this game was scary. It's called Rituals in the Dark, but I guess it's just a gay gooner, a sim game. Dating sim game. Denied us. Thanks. Okay. You, Aspen stared at her, insensible, her brow furrowed. What are you doing? Taking a seat. I thought it would be a nice place to examine the view. What view? The girl giggled coyly and pointed towards Aspen, half her face still obscured by the shadows. Aspen felt color prickling her cheeks. She gestured towards herself, trembling. Me? Mm-hmm. The girl tilted her head to one side, amused. Now, what are you staring at? Did I do something funny? Trembling, Aspen took a step back and bumped into the sink. My, you're a bit of a clumsy one, aren't you? Aspen didn't say anything. She couldn't. She was too busy looking at the girl, though perhaps looking wasn't the right word. It was too pedestrian, and this creature sitting on Mrs. Lay's old, distinctly mundane washing machine deserved more respect than that. Appraising, then. Revering. Was that right? The girl had very long blonde hair which fell around her shoulders in a shroud. Her clothes were also pale, and they seemed to float around her hanging legs like the train of a bridal dress. Her eyes, framed by long pale lashes, were watery blue. Though she was pretty, there was something disconcerting about her. Perhaps she was a little too perfect. Aspen wondered if she were to cross to the other side of the room and lay her fingers against the girl's cheeks, whether they'd feel cold and hard, like porcelain. Yes, what is it? Cat got your tongue?
This game about 50 key words, text, around 3 to 4 hours reading, a kinetic storyline with no choices, branches, detailed backgrounds and CGs, 1080p display, an original soundtrack inspired by The Cure, haunting, eerie atmosphere, a sweet lesbian romance suitable for— oh my fucking god. Worth though, I'm reading it. Lesbian romance. There's no choices, I'm reading it. I don't care, I'm enjoying myself.
The girl's legs, hanging over the edge of the rusted old appliance, swung back and forth leisurely. Her shoes, which were black unlike the rest of her outfit, hung from the tips of her toes, revealing the white underside of her stockings. This is where she differed from a doll. She was far too active, even in the act of mere sitting, to look quiet and peaceful. You're looking at me like you've seen a ghost. Haven't I? Well, I wonder. The girl glanced around the derelict kitchen, a small smile playing about her lips. This is where they found her body, isn't it? Aspen swallowed. She could feel her toes curling inside her trainers. She hadn't worn any socks. Pippa had been in too much of a hurry to chivvy her out of the house. I'm the one who found her body. Really? The girl raised an eyebrow. Lucky you. That must have been thrilling. Frightening, more like.
Brother Ryder keeps mentioning feet, toes, and stocking to shit lesbians. Ryder is cultured, on God.
And yet, despite that, you still came back? I didn't really have a choice. I didn't want to, but my friends... The ones yelling for you outside? That's right. They don't sound like friends to me. They're not that bad, really. I'm not so sure about that. I don't think I could forgive anyone if they forced me to come to a miserable place like this. Not even the Pope. But you're here all the same. That's because I wanted to come here. But why? Why not? I'm not the one who found the old woman's body. It doesn't really bother me, and it is interesting. Don't you think it's interesting? Personally, Aspen found the strange girl more interesting than Mrs. Lay's home. She'd been there enough times when Mrs. Lay was alive, and she'd had no desire to return now the old woman was dead. The house was much the same as ever, just darker and sadder and emptier. Aspen decided to sidestep that question. Instead, she looked at the girl and said,
Okay. Do you come here often?
Almost every night. I'd never seen you here before. Not that Aspen made a habit of entering Mrs. Lay's abandoned home. This was the first time in months. That'd be because some of us know how to make an entrance quietly. The girl grinned. You almost scared me out of my skin. You were lying on the floor for so long I was worried you'd broken something. I was worried too. It's a good thing you're tougher than you look. The girl tittered, swinging her legs back and forth, and Aspen's face burned darker still. I'm surprised your friends didn't come in and help you. I didn't need help, I'm fine. Besides, I don't want them worrying about me. Then can you really call them your friends? Yeah, I mean, I think they care about me. You keep telling yourself that, sweetie. Sweetie? I don't think they sound very friendly, but that's just my opinion, and nobody's ever cared about that. Huh? What makes you think that? Because it's true. Nobody listens to me. I'm listening. That's very kind of you, but...
Oh my god. Aspen! Hey, Aspen! What are you doing in there?
Maybe she really has seen a ghost.
I thought you didn't believe in ghosts, Locky.
I don't.
Then cut it out. You're scaring me.
The girl sighed and shook her head. I think your so-called friends are calling for you. Right, you're right, but, I was wondering something. What? I wanted to know, what's your name? The girl's brow furrowed. You don't know? Should I? The girl opened her mouth, ready to respond, but at the last minute she seemed to think better of it. She closed her mouth, her lips pursed together, and frowned. Then, after a small pause, Althea. I beg your pardon? That's my name, silly. You can call me Althea. Tara's left reading chat, but at least soccer novels provide titties. This chick looking like a South America. Well, because it's for lesbians. You're a man. Get the fuck out of here. You can bring up suggestions when you're mod. Check. Okay.
What in the world were you doing in there, Aspen?
Pippa rounded on Aspen the moment they returned to Aspen's bedroom. According to Aspen's digital clock, which sat on her bookshelf, it was 0:14. Past midnight. The expedition to Mrs. Lay's home, or what had once been her home, and Aspen's discovery of the strange girl that lurked within it, had transpired in less than half an hour. To Aspen, however, it felt like a small century had gone by. I wasn't doing anything in particular.
Nothing in particular.
Pippa raised an eyebrow.
You were doing nothing in particular in that house for ages. You were in there for almost 10 minutes.
Had it only been 10 minutes? Aspen had been sure she'd been inside Mrs. Lay's home longer than that. Maybe that was because she'd been so entranced by the mysterious girl. By the mystery girl, time had slowed to a crawl. 10 minutes isn't that long.
Maybe not, but it felt like forever. Were you trying to make me feel guilty?
I wasn't. And that was true. Aspen really hadn't wanted to make Pippa feel bad. She wasn't that vindictive, however. Althea's words continued to weigh in her mind, though Althea herself was gone. Can you really call them your friends? All of a sudden, the gross unfairness of the situation impressed itself with newfound clarity upon Aspen's mind. It really wasn't fair, she thought, that Pippa was scolding her like an unruly child, especially when she'd only gone into the stupid house because she'd been bullied into it. So what if she scared Pippa? Pippa deserved to be scared. Scared? It's scared. Sorry, scared has 2 R's. Maybe it would teach her a lesson. Aspen drew in a breath, straightening her shoulders, and said with newfound confidence, You know what, Pippa? What? Are you going to apologize? Oh no, that was Pippa. No, I'm not, and I don't see why I should. If anybody should apologize, it's you.
Huh?
Pippa stared at Aspen as though she'd grown an extra head.
What are you going on about?
I mean, everything that happened tonight, it's your fault. I didn't even want to go in that house. I only did it because of you. You forced me into it, you pushed me through the window, and I landed on a load of broken glass. I cut my hand and I broke my phone, and now you're acting like I'm the one in wrong because you're scared you went too far. Well, I'm sick of it. I'm not going to apologize so you can stop feeling guilty. I think you should feel guilty for once in your life. Maybe it'll help you grow up. Besides, Aspen gave Pippa the best withering look she could manage. It wasn't particularly effective. Aspen hadn't trained herself in the art of disdain, unlike Lockheed, but it was a respectable first attempt. Truth or dare is a stupid game. I don't want to play it with you ever again. I still haven't forgiven you for pushing me into the washing machine. You could have killed me. If I'd been a little unluckier, you could have finished me off today. True. Aspen turned her back on Pippa, arms folded. She didn't want to look at Pippa, or Lockheed for that matter. Neither did she want to listen to Pippa's angry, self-righteous sputtering, or her half-hearted attempts to defend herself. She'd had enough. She wasn't going to let Pippa push her around. They were both 16 now, for goodness sake. They were finished with secondary school and they were going to start attending sixth form college in a couple of weeks. They were too old for all of this nonsense. All of a sudden, Aspen felt incredibly tired. Me too, girl. Lurk, okay, good night, good night. Okay, this is a perfect time for me to stop. This is a perfect time for me to stop. Okay, perfect. I'll probably finish this on stream. But I'm probably gonna get off now. I will definitely see you guys later. Let's see if anybody's online for me to raid. Who can I raid? Somebody let me raid ya. Somebody let me raid ya. Let me raid ya. Let me raid ya. Who's this? Project Heartbeat. Do I know this person? Anyways, I gotta go. I'm gonna go. Guys, I'm gonna stop playing right now. I'm gonna stop it there. And I'm gonna go. I will see you guys later. I will definitely finish this on stream. The reading isn't so bad. Oh, give me a sec. The reading isn't so bad. But yeah, I will definitely finish this some other time. Thank you all for watching and coming by. I appreciate it. And I will see you all later. Okay? Bye. Good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. Good night. I am going to, I would raid, but I can't. Nobody's online, so. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Bye.